good camera watching us. I do like the tripod. That's kind of cool.
Quit doing that. So Devon and I are up top, and Seth and Lukas are down low.
Why do you sound confused? Like it wasn't what you asked of us.
I was just wondering who's the other one up top with me.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I think Devon.
You're the other loud one?
I guess.
That was pretty quiet of you.
Methinks. Nice. Look at him go.
Wow.
Now I can't say shit off air, I want to say. Nothing specific. Just usually I say more racy things before we start rolling.
You could hump the camera.
I could hump the camera. But
I don't know
you
if
just
I've
do
ever
that?
showed Devon the forbidden clip.
Ever shown him. It's a past participle.
It is
you
right. It
asked.
is. You have to do the past participle.
Did he say hump at the camera? Like right towards him?
Yeah.
I love that. In post.
Love that for us.
I'm gonna sit here until
Nope.
I don't have to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was like, you do not get to sit there.
No, I'm sitting here.
I will sit here.
What tone is that? That's so familiar.
I'm wondering if Devon and I sit.
Very confident, dumb person.
I wonder if Devon and I sit here, like close together, and then you guys sit on the outside, so it's kind of like a horseshoe.
On the outside looking in, perhaps.
Oh yeah. I thought about doing a thing where one of us, I was in the chair, one of you guys was on the ground, one of you was on that couch, and one of you was on this couch. But then like all four of our heads were just like right here.
Did we have the chair for James last time, or was he just sitting right here?
He had the chair, but we moved the table back and he was right here.
Okay, that's right.
So I gotta slow
But-
down here.
It doesn't make it difficult because it's
Whoa, 50% off all outdoor and extra 15% when you pick up in store. That's crazy.
That's
market.
65%.
Yeah, on
mean
like
woke
a chair.
They have good drip coffee makers.
You mean woke markets selling their Ted Lasso candies?
it's just easier. It's easier this way because.
Yeah, no, this seems way easier.
But no, I mean like instead of virtual, because we don't have to wear headphones. Like, could you imagine if all four of us were trying to coordinate with headphones around one microphone?
Yeah, true.
Seth, you will need to lean in though.
That can't be right.
Marina needs to take a picture for the social media. Someone text Marina. My phone is recording.
Yeah, okay. What's her number
Say-
again?
You have her number.
What's her name again?
What's her name again?
I got it.
Yeah, thanks, Lucas.
I'm doing it.
I got it. I'm looking up her name right now.
Do you have a phone book?
What are you sending her? It's such a long message.
Oh, coffee is God's gift.
Where's
To your butthole.
proper emoji?
No, God's gift to my butt.
There we go.
It's the
A
prostate.
penis. Yeah. Here she comes. Lucas, do you like my jersey?
That's pretty cool.
Is that my call or Kevin? KD?
All had to text me at one.
I got there first.
You did get there first, and I haven't texted you in so long I forgot what your picture is in my phone.
That's a good one.
Good one.
Is it me?
Seth, you gotta lean in.
To what?
Towards the mic.
I will. We're even recording it.
It popped up on my watch, so it was like the whole screen.
Hi, handsome.
I'm being cazzizzled.
Oh shit. Make sure you get close to the mic.
It's a debt collector.
Good for you.
That's good.
How are you holding yours? Oh.
Like a cottage
Yeah.
core woman.
Ooh,
What do I know?
treating
And
myself.
I'm holding Lucas's head.
You guys are so cute.
Gonna go
Took her
plant
back
rosemary
from
after this.
Any other faces?
What do the Japanese believe? We all have three faces.
I don't know.
No face.
We have one we show the world, one we show our closest friends and family, and one we only show ourselves.
Wow.
So
I guess that we should
no other
start the
poses
podcast.
then, or
Huh?
We should start the podcast that way.
No, I can't think of anything. Thank you, Marina. I think we should start it like
my
that.
dogs.
Get out of here,
Go, boys, go!
My feet.
Holy shit.
Lou
wants
went
a treat
underneath the
so
tripod.
Come get a treat.
That could have gone bad.
bad. Oh, what?
Hey, I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So how are we gonna start the podcast? Or we could do like a wrestling thing
Yeah, that's.
We could interview a
We can
wrestler.
interview a wrestler. Yeah, I think
for a
that's.
job.
Yeah, as a oil rig tycoon.
I could be like the bad producer, and I'm interviewing you wrestlers for who could get on the promotion.
That'd be pretty
Ooh,
good.
this is battle. This is battle of the tough guys. You're the WTN guy.
Yeah, I'm him.
He's him.
And
He's
we're all
the-
pretending to be tough guys.
So you got to make up characters and personas.
Ah man, I'm not good
What was
at
that?
that.
What was that one guy's lug wrench? It can't be him.
I think his name was Lug Wrench.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
you're right.
Peter Dinklage in a cage.
Yeah, my name's
My
Peter
name is Peter
Dinklage
Dinklage in a cage.
Yeah. And I'm here to
First name Peter, middle name Dinklage, last name in a cage.
releasing
Oh,
the cages.
I forgot to
off
send
the
myself the
bars.
script.
It's French.
Peter
You'll be back.
Dinklage une cage. I think that's right.
When Marina and I went to get a soft pretzel yesterday,
Excuse me. Oh.
we were walking to go sit down, and there were a bunch of Italians just fucking yelling at each other in the most Italian ways. They're like, "Scaramucci, baragina," just so loud, and all of them were doing it, and it was the best day of my life. I don't know if I've ever seen like
This is the best day
more
of my life.
Italian thing.
I don't think I've ever seen an Italian this far west. I can't believe like a group of them was just.
There,
coming.
yeah, I think they were tourists, but there were so many
Audio
Italians.
test. Audio
Like they
test.
were, like,
Lucas
Italian
talking here. This is
Italian.
basketball.
Yeah, no,
That's
they're-
fantastic.
This is Brandon.
Marina was like, "Why are they so loud?" I'm like, "Marina, they're Italian. Come
Yeah.
on."
Of course they are loud.
They could be much
That's
louder.
what they
yeah,
do.
well, they're not.
Do not provoke them.
We're,
Do not startle them. They will charge.
we're not
Have
really
you
doing
seen The Godfather?
a job interview again, are we?
No, Lucas is trying to find the next tough guy.
It's basically a job interview for the toughest.
You're
guy,
right. We
though.
shouldn't do that.
Maybe we still can. I'm just saying.
We should do a bunch of Italians just start wrestling on the street.
Hey, how'd your dick end up in my mouth?
That's exactly right.
That's what I was thinking.
This was a wrestling match. Where'd your pants go?
I was thinking of how to make
Where
this gay.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe, you fucking would.
Giuseppe's a good name.
Oh man, I love coffee.
Am I close enough to
Is
the
this
mic?
just?
Yes.
Are we just audio testing?
Yes,
now?
we're audio testing, but Seth is, well, I mean, that would work if you're going to do that the
We
whole
could,
time.
we could do like a courtroom battle debate on whether or not holds can be barred.
Ooh,
That's good, yeah. And then the winner gets custody of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Judge Judy style.
So who's
Judge-
going to be the judge?
I'll be Judge Reinhold presiding.
Judge Reinhold?
Yeah.
Damn.
And Devon, you're a prosecutor.
Wait, what? Who am I prosecuting?
Seth, you're the defense.
I'm the defense.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm the bailiff.
Okay. Like the bailiff's gonna have a bigger role in the courtroom than he usually would today.
The courtroom drama. Main character.
And I'm the bailiff here. Okay. Stenographer typing away. And I'm the bailiff here. She loves it.
And I'm the
They're in
dad.
love. They're toots.
This is the equivalent of getting cast as the tree in the middle school play.
Yeah, we had Shakespeare. But Devon, you're gonna be arguing in favor of holds being barred, and Seth, of course, and you have to argue that no holds should not be barred.
Hold should not be barred, and I'll bring
No
up
holds
Peter
barred.
Dinklage as a defense.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
pretty
him up
good.
there.
And you got to bar the holds, Devon.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to bar every hold there is.
Okay.
I think
No holds
I think
barred
I
about
will edit in the Arrested Development. Mock trial with Gene Reinhold. Mock trial with Gene
it.
Reinhold.
That would help. I do get the reference now.
Lucas, you got to say Judge Reinhold presides, and I'll come
I'll
in.
set the stage, as the
Okay.
bailiff does.
Bailiff
It's
setting
sort
the
of a Greek choir of the courtroom.
This is just a play, bailiff setting the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, you can stop the sound
My ass.
audio, Lucas.
This is gold.
You gotta do play though.
You gotta hit stop. And then you can exit out of that audio track. Nope,
Do it.
down. All the
Let your
the X
impulsive
on the
thoughts
top
win.
left. Nope, down. No, not the very top left. Right above mute. Yep, there you go. And then we'll just have to record again.
1, 2.
No, we don't have to
play.
sync. No, we don't have to sync. But
It's
we
good
do
if
need.
we are all on the same page though, because right now this is like a train and we're all in different tracks somehow. bad analogy. You see what I mean?
Yeah, we could just be in different train cars, but we're all in different
No, because we'd
tracks.
still be going the same direction. How does that work?
Yeah, but one of us is having like a good time. One of us is like hanging off the edge of the caboose. One of us is shoveling coal into the engine.
That's me.
And one of us is stuck in the train bathroom. It's really
No, we're doing
bad.
a courtroom thing. We can't do a train thing.
We're getting derailed.
One of us has Crohn's and has spent the whole train ride in the bathroom.
This sounds anecdotal.
Is that the poopy disease?
Yeah, so we're gonna do that.
Yes, the
Seth, you
poopy.
need to scoot in now. You're too far away.
Don't laugh. Nobody's allowed to laugh in this intro.
Remember, 5 seconds. Lucas is gonna set the scene.
Play?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm a bailiff here. Welcome to my courtroom. We have over here Judge Reinhold presiding, but let me tell you about this interesting little case we got here in Mississauga County. You see, we here are trying to figure out whether or not holds should be barred. You know, as a bailiff, I can't say nothing, but you know I got my eye on one of the sides. Let's take a little peeksy-weeksy inside and see what's going on.
Judge Reinhold presides. Blackbeard Jr., state your case for defending.
Yeah, I don't think hold should be barred, or anything barred for that matter, Your Honor. I saw a small man in a cage once, and it really just upset my appetite. I couldn't eat for probably 2 or 3 hours after that harrowing ordeal, so, you know, just no more bars.
Now, for the folks at home who can't knowing these people, this man is notably known as a liar in town. Everyone knows him as a liar, just so some extra context at home. So let me get back to the scene.
Blackbeard, you quit lying in my courtroom. Jeremiah Calico Adamson, this is your time to speak.
Oh, this is Jeremiah Calico.
Last name.
Insert last name here.
Adamson!
I would just like to say, my holes are barred. I have a chastity belt on right now. This hole is barred.
Objection, Your Honor, it's holds.
Your Honor.
Sustained. He is. What is this courtroom drama? It's not holes. It's holds. How did you get on to my courtroom,
What is it?
Jeremiah?
All right, okay. For the jury to understand this case in a full way, and not because I don't understand. What is a hold, and how do you bar
Now, for the
one?
folks at home listening, this man has had intense brain damage, and everyone in the courtroom knows this and are dealing with it. Now, it's a case of the brain damage versus the liar. So let's get back to it.
Jeremiah, your brain damage is too bad from that train derailment that you were in. I don't think you can be part of the prosecution. Defendants, I don't think you can be part of the defense because you lie too much.
You asked us to be here.
You guys approached me. Now listen here. This is my courtroom,
It's
and
illegal to
my
approach a
bailiff will
judge.
put you in contempt of court.
Now, for the folks at home, I've never put anyone in contempt of court.
Get the judge.
They all know this, and the judge is a known racist.
Hang him. Hang the DJ.
Back to the court.
My final saying in this: the bailiff decides.
Oh, boy.
The bailiff?
Yeah, he does seem
Now
to be
for
the
the
most
folks at
trustworthy.
home.
He's not racist, mentally impaired, or a liar.
Now, for the folks at home, the bailiff is actually Buster Scruggs.
He is. And I find this man guilty of all crimes.
Wait, which man?
None of us got custody.
Also,
That's right. Somebody's supposed to get custody of bars.
Bailiff Randy's
Or
got
holds.
what is a hold, and how does one bar a hold?
I don't know. That was supposed to be your way to kind of
Exceptional.
convince me, and you did not.
You know,
I went for the chastity belt route. It's a classic.
Your holes are definitely barred.
It's a classic.
yeah.
Could you imagine having your holes barred if you had Crohn's disease on a train? You'd be so fucked.
I think the phrase generally means like no holding back, right? There's
Yeah.
just like there's no rules or regulations.
Yeah, nothing can get in your way.
Yeah, you can't hold a bar.
Pull no stops.
Yeah.
I had to look up, speaking of phrases, hoist on your own petard.
Ooh.
A petard is a bomb.
Ooh.
I thought it was like a...
I thought it was like a fancy clothes.
I thought it was like a little hook that you hang rich people
so
on.
it's
Like,
a wrestling
got him.
term. So in
Oh,
wrestling
shit.
with no restrictions on the kinds of holds that are
course.
used.
Oh.
It's like a triangle hold, or
That's
that,
so
or that
literal.
move where it's always common where you put your opponent's head in between the ropes of the cage and you
shake
bounce them so that it strangles them while you
shake it.
bounce them.
You're
This
not
is-
allowed to do that.
This is part of the detriment of having 4 nerds on the podcast.
Yeah, each of us nerd in our own way, I think.
Because we didn't have a lot of wrestling
No.
in my house growing up. We had the classics.
I've never seen it.
I was a UFC guy.
Even growing up.
Yeah, my dad got me into it, but
I was a frozen taquito guy myself.
ooh,
yeah.
Yeah, we did Shakespeare.
we didn't
That's
do.
the second time you've had to mention that.
We are all here. Devon has joined us today for a film, and we're all under the same roof.
God's roof.
So if you tune into the YouTube at any time, there will not be a virtual one. I've got my tripod set up.
Hi.
Tripod set up, and we are all on the couch, 4 heads together.
It's still virtual for them, though, when they watch this.
I guess that's true. Everything's virtual if we live in the metaverse, which we might already be.
Yeah.
What if we're in the metaverse and our metaverse created another metaverse? Like we're just deep in it.
I've heard it's statistically likely we're in a simulation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In a metaverse.
In a metaverse.
But all 4 of us are here.
What did we do today?
Watching movie. Well, we didn't really do much today. We all slept.
Oh god, yeah. Slept so hard. So good. It was so hot how much we slept.
But that's about all we've done. I have to DJ a wedding later, so.
Wicka wicka.
And we've got baby shower coming tomorrow, which is why we're all under the same roof. But we did watch a movie.
Movie.
Come on, Seth.
Movie. I'm just enjoying the ride.
And I've got some questions for you guys.
How many?
3.
Movie.
I've got 3 movies for you guys. Question number 1. Do you like the Hulk,
No.
the Hulkster?
Yeah.
Yeah. The green one?
No.
Yeah.
The
I like
white
that
one.
Hulk
The-
Hogan.
The,
white
the
one.
thin white Chinese one?
He's not thin.
He's a blonde.
Yoked.
But he is Chinese.
Seth tried to describe him as thin white and Chinese.
No, blonde.
Or
Yeah.
thin blonde and
white hair.
Chinese.
His hair was thin and blonde and Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But do you like the Hulk? Hulkster.
Hulkster.
Hulk Hogan.
I don't care about him.
He's one of my life's greatest role models.
Okay. My next question for you guys is, do you like the president from The Fifth Element?
Black guy.
Michael
Black
Clark
president.
Duncan.
No, it wasn't Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Dark Clunkin.
No.
Dark.
The guy from Green Mile.
No, that's still Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh.
None
is
of you guys
Fifth Element the one with the alien?
There are many.
A
The
lot.
red-headed alien?
Yes.
I like him. I like him, Brandon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My last question is...
Not.
God, my ass so good. My last question is, do you guys like all being under the same roof together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real uncomfortable right now.
Why?
Because of all the kissing.
I was gonna say my legs falling asleep.
And the kissing.
And the kissing.
Well, if you like Hulk Hogan, if you like the president from The Fifth Element,
This is the good, the bad, and the movies.
Ooh.
Stealing
Thanks,
Brandon.
I'm Lucas.
I want to see how it feels. And I'm Brandon.
and I'm Devon.
Wait, who was left? I'm Seth?
Yeah, that
Lucas is
idiot.
himself, and we all switch. It's 3 boys and a Lucas here.
I always have been the one true to myself.
And this week,
It's true.
we watched No Holds Barred, a 1989 wrestling film starring Hulk Hogan. I knew right from the get-go that Lucas was going to be a fan because of our passion for Santa with muscles.
Yeah. I gave that a good score.
I thought my finger really, really, really bad.
Well, you guys continue. I will wrap up her finger.
Oh, jeez.
You gonna be alright? We can pause.
No, it's okay.
I feel like we should.
I feel like we should not.
Okay.
Sorry.
The
No, you're
show
good.
must go on.
The show must go
Wait,
on.
Injured pregnant woman. I mean, alright.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
She was smiling.
Her finger's not pregnant.
Yeah, it's good for the baby actually. So
Tough.
today we're drinking beers. I guess we're drinking beers.
Yep.
What are we drinking, boys?
Irish cream spritzers.
Where are they at?
I left them in the fridge. It's a little early still.
Yeah, it is. So we're drinking coffee mostly,
Yeah.
courtesy of Brandon's Keurig. Yours says forever newlyweds on it.
Yeah, I had to ask if it was legal for me to drink this.
It's not.
It's not.
No, it's a federal crime, in fact.
The bailiff's gonna arrest
Yeah,
me.
adding to your long list, though. So
Yeah, crimes.
they've got 65 warrants to get to before they get to the newlyweds warrant.
Yeah, each one worse than the
It's
last.
been more drugular than the last, yes. So that's a beer.
Oh, that was cute. Yeah, that's a beer.
That's a beer. Let's move on. We got a movie, No Holds Barred. It is the Hulkster. He can't direct it though. That's against the rules of wrestling, they say.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, they all have managers. That's like a part of the thing wrestlers used to have.
Yeah.
They don't anymore. Is they would all have a manager that like come out and talk shit for them. So you'd have this giant like 7-foot wrestler and have this like little Jewish guy like, hey, here, this is the killer. He's gonna get you. And that was largely wrestling for the first 80 years of its existence before they started letting guys like the Hulk kind of talk themselves.
How long have they had those drop from the ceiling microphones? Did Vince McMahon kind
I
of
think-
invent that?
I don't know. No, that's like an old boxing thing. That's like a
Oh, that's right.
like a Jack Johnson is fighting in fucking cornfields in 1920 for the heavyweight champions. They drop down from the sky.
And they're just doing this whole thing.
Yeah, I just put them up.
God's microphone.
God's microphone.
Dennis Connor!
So we have a director today. I like all films. Can't be the Hulkster. His name is Thomas J. Wright. Heard of him?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he invented the first airplane, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that was
But he didn't invent how to
Orville
land.
Redenbacher. Yeah, they didn't. They figured that part out. They're still flying to this day.
You're
They
stuck,
could-
man.
They never figured out how to get back to the ground.
Pour one out.
So our director today has done 2 movies. It looks like a movie called Torchlight and a movie called Unspeakable. Any of these ringing that Liberty Taco Bell to you guys?
Unspeakable sounds familiar, but there's so many un-movies.
I know it's.
The word right before all my different warrants.
I like using my Letterboxd account to actually figure stuff out better than Brandon's film.
Is it a TV program?
Or
It
getting
looks
news.
like it because no, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Movie.
From 1985, starring Pamela Sue Martin, whoever that is, and Steve Railsback, whoever that is. He's also done a movie called Taken.
Wait, The Taken?
Nope, and it's
Oh.
880 minutes long. Holy cow.
What?
It has multiple directors, it looks like. Jesus.
880 minutes.
It has been watched by someone I follow.
That's more than 10 hours.
That's like 15 hours.
Yeah.
A movie
15
called Deadly
hours.
Game, starring Michael Beck.
Only 400 minutes.
And a movie called Unspeakable. There it is,
Mm.
starring Dina Meyer and Dennis Hopper. Wow, Dennis Hopper always pops up in crazy shit.
Is he like a guy from a
Awesome
band?
actor. No.
Did he do a bunch of drugs or something?
Yeah, he
I've
was-
heard his name being
he was like-
a punk.
Yeah, he was a punk. He was like him and Jack Nicholson in the late 60s were like doing drugs and riding motorcycles all across America.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The cool boy. I thought he was the lead singer of Puddle and Mud or something.
No, I don't think so.
I think they have a song about Dennis
That
Hopper.
might be the case.
because
He's
so
cool.
sick.
We've
Yeah.
seen a movie with Dennis Hopper in it as the bad guy. Do you remember, Devin?
We?
What movie was
Oh,
it?
I know what movie it is. I know him now.
What
I haven't
is it?
seen the movie, but it's Super Mario, isn't it?
He's the bad guy in Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
We're
I've
talking
never seen
about-
it, but you guys have mentioned Dennis Hopper in that movie so many
Yeah.
times.
Dennis Hopper?
He's in a Thomas J. Wright directed film.
Oh, which one?
I think it's Unspeakable.
Unspeakable.
Yes.
Like, oh my
Nice.
Yep. Michelle Wolf is in that. Don't know who that is. But yeah, so that's the director. And Brandon's back. Is Marina okay?
She cut her finger open right on the joint cutting an apple.
Her fingy.
She has to take baby aspirin because she has a family history of preeclampsia.
Because she's
So-
a baby.
They want to make sure that she doesn't have anything going wrong with her and just prevent clots or blood pressure spikes or anything like that. So she's on some baby aspirin so it won't clot, that we can put Neosporin on the cut. So we just wrapped it up real tight in some gauze, and now she's has to flip everybody off all day long because it's right on her middle finger. She can't bend it. So that's pretty awesome.
Be a good baby shower.
Good baby. So, and there's no beer today, if we didn't mention.
We did mention.
We did mention that
Okay.
there is beer.
Just a ton of it if you want. There's 2 actually in the fridge.
We're drinking Virgin White Russians. Just
Coffee and
heavy
creamer.
cream.
Yeah.
Virgin Kahlua.
Next up, our writer, Dennis Hacken.
Oh, I think you say Dennis Hopper.
Ooh.
Dennis Hacken's done Wanda, Nevada, which I think might be the precursor to Hannah Montana. Wanda, Nevada.
That's good.
He did Bronco Billy. Probably another one.
The sequel.
Bronco Billy is a Clint Eastwood movie director.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
He wrote.
and starred. He is Bronco Billy.
Clint Eastwood's Bronco Billy.
He always.
That tracks.
Yeah. He did the Heartbreak Ridge.
Wanda Nevada is directed by Peter Fonda.
Jesus Christ!
Heartbreak Ridge also directed by Clint Eastwood.
What the fuck? He did Weekend War.
Let me check.
That's a song.
Weekend War is directed by Stephen Hilliard Stern.
Howard Stern.
Clint Eastwood plays the
quite.
baby in it.
You've also got Marked for Murder.
A Mimi Letter film starring Powers Booth and Robert Zadar. Billy D. Williams is in that one.
And the last one that he wrote is South of Heaven, West of Hell.
That sounds good.
That sounds great.
That's
and
a
then,
good title.
Obviously, No Holds Barred. So,
Oh,
and
Just
then
I
magnum
wonder-
opus.
I wonder if he was a writer for the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, because this seems like it is a WWE or WWF production.
I never knew the difference between those.
I think they merged and became the WWE, but
Oh,
at the time this was like the wrestling company's production. So I wonder if, because they have writers too for all their storylines, they're just like, write a bigger one.
yeah. Do a huge one
make it big
that makes
And
TV
girthy.
look bad.
Yeah. And girthy.
and girthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then a cast for you guys today. You got Hulk Hogan,
Hey.
Hulkster. Could you imagine if he had piezoelectric crystals in this? He would be unstoppable.
He kind of was unstoppable, anyways. He famously was a victim of a sex tape extortion case for a lot of money years ago that ended up putting the company Gawker under, because he sued Gawker for releasing a sex tape.
Hardly know
God
her.
damn.
If you want to see
Dude,
the
if I was
Hulkster's
Hulk
dick.
Hogan, I'd be like, yeah, we'll release that shit.
They
Love
also
it.
they gave him like $100 million for suing him for the settlement.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, the Hulkster.
Hey Hulk, can I have like $10?
And he was also like the most
No.
famous wrestler in the world.
You just got a call from a debt collector. You're like,
Still
Hulk Hogan,
super
can I get
famous.
$10?
Of course.
I don't know anything about him except for his wispy hair.
He's gigantic. He was in Rocky 4.
He was in Rocky 4.
I don't know any
Or Rocky
movies.
3?
He was in Rocky 3. Yeah.
He's so great. Because that's one of my favorite scenes in all the Rocky franchise. I know I'm tangenting, but because Rocky's there and he's fighting this like fake wrestler and they're doing like a fake promotion. He's like, all right, let's just go tough. I'll give you the old 1-2. And then Hulk Hogan just like beats the fuck out of him in real
Oh,
life.
what was that? That was Rocky 4?
No, that's 3.
3?
In real life?
Well, in the kayfabe of the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like a behind the scenes thing where Hulk Hogan just beats the
No.
shit out of Sylvester Stallone.
That happened.
And
in
that's how
Rocky
his
4.
face is all messed up now.
That happened in
Yeah.
Rocky 4.
Is his face messed up?
When
Sylvester Stallone's face just looks like ass.
Dolph Lundgren put Rocky in the
I
hospital.
love Sylvester Stallone.
And it for real?
Yeah, because he's like, actually hit me, and then he hit him, and he's like in the hospital.
God.
He like ruptured his liver or something.
But this is Hulk. This is Hulk.
This is not
Yeah.
the Rocky.
I don't think I know a whole lot of these other characters.
You got Joan Severance as Samantha M. Moore.
Good name.
You've got Kurt Fuller,
Woo!
who
He's been in
was
a lot of shit.
the WTN guy.
Yeah.
You got Tom Lister Jr., who played Zeus.
Dumb.
Bill Henderson and Mark Pellegrino, I think, might be the tiny wiener henchman guys. You got Charles Levin, who might be Brady, and you got David Paymer. I don't know.
What the hell's Brady?
The brother.
Henry.
Randy?
Randy.
U.S.?
I'm pretty sure I put Brady in
The
here at one
emotional
point.
core of the movie.
That's it.
Did I miss Randy? Did Randy come up after I?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was in the very beginning, but they don't introduce characters ever. They're just on screen and then they're not. So
Okay, fair enough.
I learned Burrell's name an hour and 10 minutes in.
yeah,
And that was
I had
from
to
Seth.
tell you. Yeah.
Did you ever figure out if Rip had a last name? Was he just Rip?
Rip Hamilton.
I think it was.
Was
Rip
it
Rogers.
Hamilton?
I think Tide was his last name.
Rip,
Rush. He married a Rush.
Rip,
Rip Rush.
Rip Tide by Vance Joy was his full name.
That's
Rip
right.
and Tear.
But that's our cast. And then a plot for you guys today. A TV network boss pits a wrestler called Zeus against a wrestler called Rip in a wrestling rematch.
It's a wrestling movie.
That was the entire plot.
Yep.
And I like it because it is I was talking to Devon about this earlier. It is just like a big episode of Raw, like 90 minutes long. You know, it's just like wrestling feuds, and the kayfabe is all up there. Kayfabe, for those, I keep saying that word. It's a big wrestling term. That means like the world of wrestling is real inside the world. You know what I mean? So that means like John Cena. Like if you're thinking you're keeping the kayfabe up, then John Cena's like actually mad that that guy slapped him, and then he's like actually hitting him back. When in reality, wrestling is fake. Oh my god.
Dramaturgically, diegetically, even.
Yeah, there's like a rule within the
You can't
wrestling
Quixotically.
community that like
No.
you have
Ostensibly.
like if you're a higher up, you have to act like it's real. Like everyone
yeah.
in the community acts like it's real.
You're
They
not
all
allowed to
know
break
it's fake.
kayfabe. So
but
if you're
they-
out in public, you still have to be your John Cena character. You know, like kissing babies and wearing, you know, jean shorts and having an American flag.
Does he kiss a lot of
He's
babies?
like retired now, right?
Oh,
No, I think he's like
Sorry,
I
I'm
think he's
dead.
like the champion for like the last 20 years or something.
Yeah, but he
John
does like
Cena.
movies and he's like in interviews on TV. He's breaking character all the time, and that's the most public
he?
he can be. Yeah, interviews where he's not like up there fighting Jimmy Kimmel. He's out there like, yeah. So home life's been pretty good. Me and my wife.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing,
being
though. He's
Kale's
just
movie.
like
Not
a
on-
good old American boy.
That's none of their things.
Yeah, if you
though.
would have seen
He's an American. He's like an all-American. That's why they love and hate.
Randy Savage goes on a talk show and he's
Randy Savage is dead.
like if he did.
I think that
You
the
can't.
like the bigger ones now. Roman Reigns. I think a lot of people hate him, but
I don't know who that is.
he's like he looks like Jason Momoa kind of. I love the big creepy serial killer swamp
Aquaman.
guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
His name is Swamp Guy.
No, he was a big fat swamp guy. And he was like a creepy horror serial killer character.
I didn't realize we had such a big wrestling fan.
I mean, I like the modern ages a little bit more than Hulk's ages.
More of a
Let me look at
contemporary guy when it comes to wrestling.
creepy swamp wrestler.
Creepy swamp.
Good Google.
I want to see this.
Bray Wyatt, of course it's Bray Wyatt.
Yes,
and
of
his
course.
whole family. You guys know Bray Wyatt.
I will probably know
So
when I see a
wrestling-
I don't know
picture.
how I'd feel
Basically,
if
Oh
wrestling,
yeah, I know him.
wrestling evolved a lot since the time of Hulk Hogan. So basically, characters like giant bearded swamp men who killed people, they're characters, and like
It's crazy. One
psychotic
tag team deal.
schizophrenics are characters.
One tag team group is just the Duck Dynasty crew.
They're pretty much.
I remember I was
Duck Dynasty versus Pawn Stars.
dude,
they
I
put
was like
child predators up against John Cena.
I was like 10 years old. My
Ooh,
buddy Justin
good.
lived down the street and
No-
rented
no
one of the
one's whack.
WWE games from like.
The games are cool.
Well, the game's
Yeah.
rock.
Well, he like thought they were real. He was like, "No, my dad was at the audience. He was in them." And like I was 10 years old. So I was like, "Yeah, it's definitely real," you know, because that's the prime age to believe everything. So he's telling me about. I've never watched any of it. And he's telling me about the Undertaker, and he's like, "Yeah, his parents like abandoned him in the desert when he was a baby and just left him there, and he was raised by snakes and coyotes, and he crawled his way back
That's
to
so cool.
society and joined the WWE."
The lore of wrestling is crazy.
Well, he's also Kane's brother too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Kane's story is. I think he had
Michael
something
Caine.
crazy too.
He
But
killed
I don't think
Abel.
they're brothers by blood. I think that
They're
Undertaker
brothers
was
by-
adopted by.
They're brothers by snake venom.
Yeah.
So just
They're
for,
they're Remus and Romulus of the
just for some
WWE.
current reference, some of the current WWE champions are Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh,
Let's
Seth!
go.
Gunther is well.
That's
Just
great.
his name is just Gunther.
Yeah, of the Intercontinental Championship. We have Roman Reigns, who owns a lot of championships.
Good for him.
Austin Theory owns the United States Championship.
I know that name.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Ronda Rousey's a current champion.
Damn.
And then we have Carmelo Hayes in the NXT.
How long was Gronk the champion for?
I think like an episode.
Like an hour.
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
All I remember was Gronk on
I mean,
the Masked
I mean,
Singer.
Trump's been
Mhm.
a champion.
Yeah, that's right.
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Some of the clips of him, because he like fights Vince McMahon, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or does he fight some of the actual wrestlers?
I think both.
Yeah.
He kicks their ass.
He's crazy. He's like a superhero.
Joe Biden.
He's
can
like
never.
that's actually like
Dude,
one of the
imagine,
good only arenas that Trump is good in. That and
The Octagon. I guess it's like a square.
and The
Yeah.
Apprentice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he fits in those worlds. Sorry, long
I know.
WWE tangent.
No, it's good.
And some history
I
for
don't
you
know anything
guys.
about it.
No Holds Barred is a 1989 American action film starring professional wrestler Hulk Hogan, who is billed as executive producer alongside Vince McMahon. Like you said, this is a wrestling movie. It is owned by WWE under a Shane Distribution Company copyright and was released by New Line Cinema on June 2nd, 1989. Released 7 years after his appearance in Rocky III, it was Hogan's first starring role.
There we go.
This is what put him into the film business.
Put him into acting. That's interesting because this
Acting!
This is the acting. This is the It's not like the other one was an independent movie of his in his own studio, which is why he didn't have to do any wrestling shit. He could just be kind of Santa Claus and a Playboy billionaire. But in this, it's the WWE production. It's Shane. It's Vince and Shane McMahon running it all.
I fucking love Sand with Muscle.
I don't know. He's allowed to do a lot more in that one, I think.
Hey, everybody, watch out! That guy's got a candy cane. He just beats people up with a candy cane.
Good scene.
It was a great scene.
Yeah, he had some like emotional resonance in that. We don't, like we said, we don't know his last name or anything about him in this one.
Wasn't baby Mila Kunis in that? Who was the little girls?
I think Mila Kunis was in it. The littlest girl was so cute too.
She was amazing.
She was great. She died now.
Damn.
She did?
I don't know.
Oh. But don't make up that rumor about a cute little girl dying.
It was me.
Hulk killed her.
Oh!
The
It was Seth. Seth was... Wait, were you the killer or the girl?
I was the girl in the movie.
The girl.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had for history. There wasn't a lot.
Woo!
There's not a lot of research on this in general. General research.
I don't know how you would even watch this. How did we watch it?
I don't...
I don't remember.
Movie King?
Yeah, mvking.com.
Like the 20th
https
result.
colon //26.543.28.mvking /no hyphen holds hyphen barred /
Maybe our toughest movie to find yet, I would argue. That or The Gods Must Be Crazy on the Billy Chinese website.
That was tough. Or DB Cooper.
DB Cooper was very tough.
Well, it wasn't that bad. If I found it,
Voodoo,
wouldn't have been
yeah.
that bad. Voodoo.
Yeah.
Vimeo, you fool.
Oh.
Respect the craft.
But with that, it's budget time.
Ooh.
Devon, you want to sing our budget song?
I don't think he
That's
heard
a
us.
no.
If you're taking a poop.
Then you don't know what's going on. You come back and we're
Sing
singing the
a
budget
song. You're taking a poop and you don't know what's going on. You come back and we sing a budget song.
It's pretty good.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah. There's a bell.
Taking a poop is a copyright of The Good, the Bad, and the Movies.
I wrote a song like that when I was young, actually.
How
Sing
young?
it.
How young? I don't know, 17. Not that young for writing a
Yeah,
song.
can you sing it for us?
I won't.
About taking a poop?
Because I was the producer on that song. My buddy Aaron was the lead vocals.
Aaron Carling or Aaron Reichenberg?
Reichenberg.
Oh.
Yeah,
Of course.
of course. The third.
Is he a third?
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm going to guess 1989.
He arrived.
Nice.
This is the post-Reagan boom, pre-internet bubble.
Back-to-back movies. We got pre-Reagan and post-Reagan.
I'm going to say $5 million. Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
$4 million.
Okay. Seth?
I'm going to say 3 million. That's what I was thinking last night.
The winner today.
Devon!
He's pooping.
What's the budget?
Devin guesses 2,999,000.
You guessed 30,000.
30,000.
The winner today is Lukas.
Damn it.
It's 8 million.
As,
Oakster.
as was the line of Zeus a lot of the time.
That was his only line.
Devon's over under.
That scene he interrupts the fucking anchorman interviewing him. We're getting ahead of it.
The Devon was close with the over under being 3 words.
Yeah, he was pretty close.
Opening weekend. What do you think?
Man, that indicates that this probably made theaters. Opening weekend, I'm going to say $2 million. 2 million middle Americans went and saw the Hulkster.
Well, 2.1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devon!
Yeah?
How much money do you think this movie made opening weekend?
1 million.
1 million, 2 million, and 2.1 million.
Yeah.
The winner today is Seth.
Yeah.
Ooh, opening weekend.
4.96 million.
Damn.
Okay, it did hit some theaters.
Yeah. And then US and Canada. Seth, we'll start with you.
That makes sense. You would.
Yeah, I would.
You did.
And I will.
I'm going to say like 19 million.
Ooh, good number. That's about what I would.
Good number.
I'm gonna say 15 million.
What did you say, Seth?
19.
19? Devon! What do you think this movie made in the US and Canada? 10 million.
Okay, good guess.
15 million. And
That might
19
be
million.
right.
One of you guys is so
The 10.
close.
The 15. The 19.
16.1 million. It's
Damn
Lucas.
it.
Oh, thank you, Mojo.
Good guess.
And Seth, we'll start with you again.
Mojo
Worldwide.
top 10.
What do you think this made?
China watch
That's a great question. I feel like the Chinese love Hulk Hogan.
this. He's all pro America though.
Yeah, but I swear I've seen him in pictures with like different chairmen over the years.
Chairman Mao.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
I'm gonna say 50 million. Just
Okay.
swing at it. I'm going crazy. The Chinese love this movie, Brandon.
Lucas?
I'm gonna say 16.1 million.
That's probably a good guess.
Devon! What do you think this movie made worldwide? 30 million,
Let's go.
50 million, and 16.1. One of you guys is right.
Is it me?
I wonder who it could be. It's Lucas.
Yeah.
That's double points.
I doubted the WWE's foreign distribution abilities.
So Lucas is up 4-1 to 0 right now.
All of those numbers were more than I would have thought watching the movie, though.
Yeah, me too. Are you looking up pictures of Hulk Hogan with Chinese chairman?
I'm seeing if I'm looking up. Do the Chinese love Hulk Hogan?
You're gonna find some on Reddit, probably.
I found Hulk Hogan rocking his signature look: blonde Chinese hair and skin of a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's why they love him, is because the hair is so wispy
And blonde and Chinese.
and blonde and Chinese.
So I took 3 of the 4 there.
Yeah, and you got double points for getting one correct. So
Oh, 5.
you're up
7 points.
4 points.
18 points.
Unassailable lead.
4-1 to 0.
Cannot be attacked.
Yep.
If Devon gets one of the ratings right, Seth or Lucas wins. Because Seth has to get all of them correct from here on out.
You could hit some on the nose.
Oh, I guess if you get them on the nose, yeah.
Bop. Right in the fucking face.
Um,
Got him.
So $8 million budget, making 16.1 worldwide. It ended up doubling its budget. That's a win
Yeah.
for the Hulkster.
Not in my books, but you know,
Ooh.
take what you can get.
If you got $8.1 million, you're like not impressed.
I'd kill myself. That's crazy low.
That's why you stay below 200.
I don't know how it cost $8 million when seemingly all of the WWE stuff is at their disposal. When they could just use those cameras and those actors and those sets and stuff.
I'm sure they still gotta pay Hulk a little extra.
Do they? He's like under contract. I mean, probably.
No, he
He's
probably
under
didn't have
contract to
movie
be a
in his
wrestler.
contract, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's like they film those too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Technically, if you are a wrestler,
Call
you
me
are
Vince
a movie
McMahon.
star.
I can run your movie department for a while.
Call him Vince McMahon.
Call me Vince McMahon.
No. Are you
Call
asking
me
him to call
Vince.
All you call me Vince. Yes. How about Mr. McMahon? That's my picture. Do we have some facts? We probably have some taglines.
We have some taglines. And Devin would read them, but he's pooping.
He would. Slide under the door and have him scream
No.
through the bathroom door.
He's already been yelling, and it doesn't catch him.
Damn.
Lucas gets him since he's here.
Oh shit, that's right. You're the guest today.
That sucks for you.
It kind of does. I'm gonna have nothing to do today.
I'll do the one and Seth can do one. How about that?
No. You take him.
Seth really has nothing to do. He can't even drive.
Yeah.
Since he got suspended.
Yeah. I got deported from my driver's license.
Deported.
No ring. No ref. No rules.
That rules.
There was a ring.
Yeah.
And there was a ref.
He was drinking.
And there was one rule, I think.
What was the rule? Have fun.
No holds barred.
the rule was like the last guy standing or something.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Don't kill anybody. I think that was the rule.
I think that's
I
just
don't-
like
multiple
a
people
winning
died.
condition and not a rule. Maybe.
So the rule was don't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And then
Multiple people died.
No, yeah. So there was one rule. Anyways, second tagline is actually the name of the competition on the show. It's called The Battle of the Super Tough Guys.
When I read that as a tagline, I was like, that's the worst thing I've ever read in my life.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
You didn't know it was a movie reference, though. It's in there, Brandon. That's what they say.
Oh, I know. Oh my god. I was at work yesterday and
Nice.
I was counseling somebody.
At Cold Stone?
No,
Mm-hmm.
at the pharmacy. And this person came in and got Valtrex. It's an antiviral med often used for like
We know what Valtrex is, Brandon. Go ahead.
shingles or cold sores. But the 1 gram tablets are like fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I told him it was like for his mom or something. And she was like 80 something, like really old. I was like, if she can,
Really old.
she can cut these. She was like 87. You can cut these. Like it's
You can chew them though.
no, you can't.
Yeah, that's fine.
I told him you can cut them. He's like, so you can slice them and you can dice them. And I said,
Don't.
and I said, and neither of them are nicer to him. I literally said that.
That's great.
And he ran away screaming.
No.
He was so
He
scared.
high-fived him.
He's like, is that a Freddy versus Jason reference?
You know it, brother. Greatest tagline of all
And
time.
they fake fought in the pharmacy, laughed about it.
And then real kissed.
Yeah. Here he
That's
is.
that's the pharmacist experience I give, you know?
That's a great day at work. That's the personal touch I give. Try
Mine-
not to kill your mom. Remember Freddy versus Jason? It's good.
And then we fight and kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just thought that was awesome. Which one do you guys like more? No ring, no ref, no rules?
I don't like either of them.
Or the battle of the super tough
That
guys?
one. It's Battle of Super Tough Guys.
I guess the first one.
Ooh.
Bad choice.
I think they're both bad. I just picked one.
Seth, you never think any taglines are good.
Oh, yeah. I don't
We
like
have
the idea of
taglines of our
taglines.
own.
Yeah, give me a tagline of your own then if you think they're so good. This is something we've never done before.
All right. How about,
The Hulk will rip your heart out.
that's
Nah, that's
right.
pretty good.
That's a good tagline. How about, I got no puns on my mind right now.
Rock, Flag, and Eagle.
That's good. Is that from a song or something? Or is that,
I think it's just
It's Always Sunny.
Americana. They were referencing Americana.
what's Americana?
Just
like a coffee?
Like a goofy American culture, yeah.
What about one more round
Flag.
at the no holds bar?
One more round,
Ooh.
friends. And then it's out of town, friends.
No. I can't go on this fucking rabbit hole again, man. I can feel myself slipping away and I'm sober as a gopher at 11 in the morning.
I'm surprised they didn't do just something like the battle of the century or something.
Yeah.
So long, friends.
I can't do it.
Sober at 11 a.m.
Yeah, okay. We gotta get to the facts. We do. About
Don't.
Krelman facts.
Wait, what did you say?
Krelman facts. I was the guy with the hole in his head.
Yeah, his name is Krelden.
He was Krelman.
And
What
he
about
just-
Brelman?
He liked milk. My drink of choice, that little milk that goes right into your head. It's lemon flavored.
He was getting off on it.
I love B.
I
B.
love
Arthur.
gold.
That was actually like a vagina.
Jesus Christ.
They fucked him, yeah.
They fucked him with milk?
Or any other
Fucking
sort of
holes.
sort
How about no bolds scarred?
Ooh.
That's a tagline, and it doesn't involve
That's good. That's great.
the late great
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Are we sure she's dead?
Giant fucking rat.
She was probably 60 in 1977, so I would guess she is dead.
Yeah.
You guys made fun of me when you said she's so old for the lady that was at work that was 87. You're like, she's so old. She's 60 at the time of this.
She's decrepit.
Look at her, though.
That's Hollywood.
Decrepit.
All right.
I thought you were going to give me an age.
Oh, she died a long time
I know.
She died.
If she's dead, it doesn't matter.
She's 86 in 2009.
Nice.
The movie came out. So she was 57 during that.
At the time, she was married to Gene Sachs, so she was B. Sachs. Or the time of the Star Wars.
B. Sachs.
I don't think she took the name, but that's really funny.
Legally, she was B. Sachs.
B. Fax.
Ooh, B. Facts. No, we got no holds facts, no facts bar.
I think Lucas's
facts
tagline one,
barred.
though. Hulk Hogan will rip your heart out.
Yeah, that's much better than anything else.
Zeus facts, Greek
can't-
god
You
facts.
can't say one more round, friends. One more round.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
it's
facts
such a good
barred.
movie.
They didn't really have any. They didn't say a whole lot in the movie.
Tarantula facts.
Ooh, yeah.
Facts.
No, we did that for spaceships too.
Pile driver facts. What are some wrestling moves? The stunner. What's Hulk Hogan's finisher where he bops him?
The bop fact.
The
No
hammer.
holds facts.
We already
The
said
Hulk hammer.
that. Hulk hands. Hulk facts. Fact hammer.
Fact Hogan.
Little leg
Hogan's
What was it?
heroes.
drop. The leg drop. That's not what
That's stupid.
what he did though.
That is stupid.
We could do Hulk Hogan's heroes facts
Ooh.
that show about
The Incredible Hulk Hogan's heroes about Nazis.
yeah, but they're like just funny little guys playing
I thought
pranks.
I was enough.
And Brandon stared the whole time.
Yeah, it was intense.
His dick was out.
It was, yeah.
You gave him the eyebrows and everything. yeah. There's got to be a good one out there. We're just not seeing.
One giant rat facts.
Ooh. One day more facts.
One fact more, friends.
Late
Peter
factor
Dinklage
Rob.
hanging in a locked cage facts.
And one more fact, friends.
Wait,
You're taking that back, friends.
the Wiener Brother, small Wiener facts.
Small
Tiny
wiener
penis
facts.
facts.
Tiny penis facts might be the winner. Okay. It's either that or one more round facts.
One more fact.
Has it been 40 minutes and we're not even to cats facts?
That's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's
The
do
fans hate
tiny
us.
tiny penis
Maybe.
facts
Maybe.
now. I love when we're all just crying because of Star Wars.
Yeah, I actually didn't cry that time. I held it in pretty well.
Lucas
I didn't know you were crying, so I looked over and just streaming.
wiping tears from his eyes.
Wee wee whittle wiener facts.
Ooh.
That's good.
Thank you.
My first tiny penis fact is that when
Skip to the second one.
the second one is to promote the movie. The first one is that when the first draft of the script was turned in, Hogan and McMahon disapproved of it, so they checked into a hotel in Reddington Beach, Florida, and stayed up for 72 hours rewriting the
Those
script
guys
together.
writing it, yeah.
Hulk Hogan helped write the script then.
Yep.
That's probably why there's so little.
He probably added way more
Yeah.
growling. He's like, there's not enough growling. He did a lot of growling.
I think they're both pretty famously not the most like articulate of people. I guess Hulk's not bad, but
No.
Vince kind of rambles and I don't know.
I'm reminded of talking about The Rock on the San Andreas script, where he's like, I stayed up until 3 a.m. reading this. But it was like an 8-page picture book. That's what Hulk Hogan wrote.
He got it at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
He read for 13 hours.
One of those like pop-up books, and each time he turned the page, it scared him.
It's got the fur of the animals on it that you can touch, the sensory books.
Ah, that's good.
My next one is that to promote the movie, Tom Lister Jr. was brought into the WWF as Zeus. He was angry about losing in the movie and that he could beat Hogan in real life. However, Lister was not a real wrestler. He wrestled only 3 matches. The first was a tag match with Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake at the SummerSlam. The second was an 8-man tag in which he was eliminated by disqualification. Finally, since Vince knew that the movie was a bust and wouldn't sell on pay-per-view by itself, he sold the pay-per-view, No Holds Barred, The Match, The Movie, which also came out in 1989, which included a steel cage match between Hogan and Beefcake versus Savage and Zeus.
We gotta watch that.
Rumor has it, had the movie No Holds Barred been a success, the main event for WrestleMania 6 would have been Hogan versus Zeus.
They are very like scaffolded and built this big giant business and things. So I do appreciate that. I think it would be an awesome dream come true to be like a WWE writer. Can you imagine a cooler job than that?
You'd be well suited for it, too.
Thank you.
The way your brain works. Good at coming up with names.
There'd be a lot more ballet and opera in my version.
More
Yeah,
Shakespeare.
especially for the modern audience, I think that'd be greatly appreciated, yeah.
Interpretive dance.
Whoever the newest wrestler is hops on stage. Step down now, tempestuous.
I am King Lear.
He's flexing hard.
He's just literally King Lear.
Seth Rollins.
He's still just a regular guy.
This 80-year-old man with a staff.
WWE.
Which one of my
Poetry
sons
Slam.
will succeed me? But first, a stunner. So you get the intrigue, the political intrigue of King Lear's succession, and he also gets to kick John Cena in the dick. maybe Romeo and Juliet make it this time?
Prithee, thou walkest up towards me.
Shit is so funny.
I'm gonna kick your ass, King Lear.
Is King Lear like a wizard?
He's a king.
He's on king, yeah.
Why does he have a staff?
Oh, he's like a bejeweled in it. Points it at things. I would like that.
Bring me his head.
You can't.
You
But
can
it's a
execute.
Lear. It's just you. It's a one-on-one, and there's no holds barred.
So is he like teleported from the 1400s to like time travel to the present, or is it like a guy
Yeah,
that
no.
thinks he's King Lear?
No,
got,
yeah,
like,
he's
brain
like,
damage?
no, it's a whole. He's King Lear.
It's him. It's really
It's
him.
actually King Lear.
They just write him in.
as Shakespeare intended. Yeah.
I would love at one point King Lear like really breaks character and isn't Shakespeare anymore. He's just like, John Cena fucked my wife. I'm here to beat the shit out of you.
Well, that would happen in King Lear.
Of course.
Dolly Rascal done bedded my woman. Oh,
I want to read more Shakespeare just so this is even funnier. 'Cause I don't get it at all, and I'm crying.
He's kind of crazy. Yeah.
And everybody's just chanting as the fights come to an end. One more round. One more round.
And B. Arthur comes out.
Yeah, she's the hottie with the cue cards.
Oh.
She's in a bikini.
She's taken from the grave, teleported from the
Free
grave to
drinks
hold.
for everybody.
If you can look at her long enough.
My next fact, the tiny wiener fact, is that during the filming there were a few accidents on the set. Hulk Hogan accidentally broke Zeus's nose, and on another occasion cut his hand open on the glass shards from the broken mirrors.
A lot of broken mirrors. Yeah.
Speaking of Super Mario Bros., that was the one where everybody got hurt. Somebody was like burned to death almost. Somebody was electrocuted almost to death. Multiple people got hit by cars. Multiple people broke bones.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
They should have just not.
Don't get hit by a car. I feel like it's pretty easy.
Don't
They
die
avoided
via
it.
electrocution.
That one guy got hit by a car, and even dwarves must be small. Dwarves must be small a lot.
That's right, yeah. Well, that was like a snuff film. I don't even know. Were there even cars in the Mario movie?
Oh yeah.
Like spaceship cars.
Yeah,
Okay.
And,
normal cars.
well, when they were in Brooklyn, they were driving their vans around and shit.
When
Oh,
they were
yeah.
in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Before they got to Mario World.
What?
They were plumbers.
Yeah, of course. They're Brooklyn plumbers that don't go for Peach. They fall in love with Princess Daisy.
No, before that they were both. Weren't they dating like Vicky and
Yeah.
and Nikki?
they're
Sam.
dating they're dating Vicky and Nikki. Vicky gets kidnapped. Luigi falls in love with Daisy.
Wait, are they still wearing the costumes when they're just guys in
No.
Yeah,
Brooklyn?
yeah, they have their plumber suits on. They're like,
But it's not red and green.
Okay.
It's just normal. And then they get
Overalls.
sucked into a portal world that is a mushroom kingdom that is just fungus
Steampunk.
overridden steampunk. Ran by the Goombas and not Bowser.
good film.
Why
And
do they
the-
have to wear those suits?
What's the next fact?
My next fact is that Rip's finisher is a running double sledgehammer.
Oh, that's
The
what-
one Hogan
the
used during
bopper.
his matches in Japan, where his move in Japan is known as the Axe Bomber.
The axe bomber. It's a bad finisher.
Yeah.
You bop him with two hands and one fist.
Well, maybe probably in poor taste to name it that in Japan too.
That's what I was thinking.
But really funny. Props to him.
My next one is that Kurt Fuller, who played Brelt, was offered a paid gig on a wrestling convention panel and a live podcast in 2019 to discuss the movie with some of the other film/wrestling personalities. Apparently, he scoffed at that notion
I could see him
and
scoff.
declined having anything to do with wrestling ever again.
He's got a great scoff. All
Thou
time.
scoffed at that.
He is like an all-time douchey, uppity villain. What was the other movie he was a villain in you were talking about last night?
Wayne's
what was
World.
that?
Wayne's World. He is
Yeah.
a bad guy in Wayne's World, yeah.
There's a couple other things, but I don't remember.
It's always a corporate. You can't do that. I'm business.
He's got that face where his eyes are huge, but they're a little sunken in, and it looks like he's never slept.
It pops.
It pops.
Thank you.
It fucks.
Ooh.
Damn.
I got a smoothie delivery.
It says yummy right on the side.
It does.
If it's gross, is that false
No, it's good.
advertising?
I tried it.
She drank your smoothie. What the fuck? Next one.
What the fuck?
The movie's title became the name of a specialty type in the WWF during the mid-90s, where there were no disqualifications or countouts, matches ended only for pinfall or submission. However, these matches were usually not in a steel cage and was never in an octagon-shaped ring.
Next.
We talked about it. I think Brandon maybe was off mic during that episode, but there are some insane rule sets in the WWE. There's like my favorite, of course, is the money in the briefcase.
Oh yeah, where you have to climb the ladder and
That
pull
one-
it down. That's
that was
awesome.
fun in the game.
That's cool. Yeah,
That's
is
the
great.
best game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best game.
There's also ones where you can there's like barbed wire matches and like
Fuck.
fire matches, and the fire one is the best, where you have to throw them into flames for the match
Jesus
to end,
Christ.
which is a real thing.
No,
That's
I
awesome.
love the briefcase one because they don't put it just like a little high up. They give you like a 20-foot ladder that you have to climb, and you're supposed to knock somebody out and then go after the briefcase. But if they get back up, they just push the ladder over, and they're just falling from the sky.
Good
That's
God.
All right, so it's called an Inferno match. The ring is completely surrounded by flames once the contenders have entered the ring. The only way to win is to set your opponent on fire. They usually end on the outside of the ring. This way, paramedics can assist the unfortunate loser of the match. There have been 6 Inferno matches.
Alright, they're just working their way up to a Black Ops death match.
Yeah, Kane has been the winner of 5 of them.
I saw a little, like an interview on TikTok or something of a guy whose special move was the tack drop.
Oh, that's probably Seth Rollins, maybe.
It might have been. But, like, they would warn the people in advance. They'd, like, drop them from the turnbuckle or turnstile, whatever it is. Turnbuckle, right? Turnstile's like
Turnbuckle, that's like
highway thing.
subways. Like a...
That's a turnstile.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So turnbuckle, yeah. He would, like, throw them from the top onto a bed of
Yeah,
tacks.
that's cool.
And you just get a bunch of them stuck in your back and you, like, lose.
Well, yeah, lower
That was
level,
your
You are the
stat.
real loser.
Yeah, you
Lower
get
level
stabbed
wrestling is
100
insane.
times.
they have like splinter matches and stuff like that.
Jesus, you're just like wrestling on plywood?
Yeah.
That's insane. So itchy.
Stop! Everybody
No,
gets
don't
it.
invoke itchy.
Don't get you get so lumpy.
Provoking.
Just throw a bunch of fiberglass insulation in the ring.
Oh.
Oh my god.
God. Okay. Penultimate fact is that a rumor was started that the short headbanger in a cage in the bar scene is a young Peter Dinklage.
Good rumor.
The role of short headbanger, that's what he's credited as, is actually played by Rick Allen.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
makes
offensive of us.
Wait, it wasn't Peter Dinklage?
No, it wasn't.
Dude, that
You
looked
think every
exactly
small
like Peter
person's
Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage?
It's funny because I put this in
I
here,
do.
and then when you went,
I think we
"Where's
managed
Peter Dinklage in a cage?" I was like, "Oh my god!"
I think all children are Peter Dinklage.
Anybody short is Peter Dinklage.
Anybody shorter than me is Peter
I caught
Dinklage.
26 Peter Dinklages.
You caught them?
Just
My
run up
children?
Yeah.
Got
Pass
trapped.
in elementary school and you're like, oh my god, can I have an autograph? Oh my god, it's another one. Can I have both? Oh my god.
It's not allowed within the premises anymore. Not for the reason you think.
It's because he keeps asking kids for autographs.
Peter
Thinking they're
Dinklage
Peter
style.
Dinklage.
And my
And setting
ultimate
up snares to trap them by the foot.
Snare drums.
Yeah. They trip over
Nomination
them.
facts?
no nominations. It's just another general fact.
No,
A normal tiny wiener fact is during production, Hogan couldn't remember the main protagonist's name, so
Me neither.
instead he would just call him Joey Longbottom.
I should have done that the whole time.
Yeah. Better than Rip.
Better than jock ass.
Jock ass.
Jockass.
It's funny because like Rip, I think Brell is the most. He's in the movie more than any other character.
Yeah, almost certainly. Or Miss Moore and all of her escapades.
He's saying he couldn't remember his own character's name.
Yes.
Yeah, the protagonist.
His
The guy
own.
he's playing.
I guess I looked this up too. Brell has been in a number of WWF productions, and his thing is always saying jockass in them. So
Oh,
that's like a
That character, that actor.
that actor. So that's like a Rob Schneider being like, "You can do it," and all of that. I'm saying that. You got
He's a jock ass.
got this jockass.
That's funny.
That's pretty good.
Or the jackass guy from Happy Gilmore.
But that ends it
Exactly.
here, so that means we can get into the
The movie.
the cage.
Ooh. Nicole's been in here a lot.
Yeah, we've had her in the octagon several times.
Yeah, it's surprising. We've never done another wrestling or fighting film, but she has been
Yeah.
Off
in some form of cage.
Let's put her on a plane.
We've done that. We've also
On
made
top
her a
of it?
plane.
On top of
while it's flying.
oh, she's doing a steel cage match on top of a plane while it's flying towards
Dubai.
Malgore.
Malgore.
Yeah.
She'll die.
Malgore.
Space chimps.
They're in space.
Yeah, the plane is
She'll run out
flying.
of oxygen.
I was just gonna put it into the towers.
Oh.
We're really hitting the classics today.
We haven't done that in a while.
Let's run Nicole Kidman into the Twin
This is
Towers.
like the
shall
third
we?
time she's done 9/11.
I know.
So she does the axe bomb throw or whatever into
Yeah.
the towers.
Oh,
If-
yeah.
I was thinking like it's for the fate of the towers. If she wins, they're spared. If she loses,
No, she jumps off the nose of the plane, abandons plane, sledgehammer.
I'm trying to save her reputation right now. I guess I did put her in the situation to begin
She
with.
gives the Twin Towers the people's elbow.
That's what she
9/11.
calls it.
Yeah.
The elbow of the Constitution brings down the Twin Towers.
That's
It's a
what
true
George,
American
that's
way.
what George Washington would have wanted when he.
It's what he did.
I always kind of come into these being like,
He gave him an RKO.
maybe we should pump the brakes on Nicole, you know, and
And
then,
her war crimes.
and then by the end of it, she's pile driving the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
She's in a cage under the ocean.
Well, yeah, that was the first
We've
time.
never put her under the ocean yet.
We drowned her one time.
Yeah, we
Well,
drowned
of
her a couple
course.
times. That was like one of
Oh,
the
we did put her
a
in
few
cage
weeks
in the
ago. I was
ocean,
like, we
that's
should
right.
put this bit to rest. You know, we've done everything.
That
she
was a
could
few
possibly-
months ago.
Yeah, it was a few months ago, and yeah, that was what you said. You're like, let's put her in a cage. I was like, yeah.
And put her in the ocean so she dies.
Still thinking about birth.
Nicole
Let's
Kidman's
get Nicole Kidman
My
pregnant.
And then maybe 10 years in the future, it'll be her dead husband. Such a good movie.
I'll have to.
We'll make her travel back in time and then make her.
We should
do
birth
that
than
next week.
Hitler.
Might be in Media Club. I'm still sticking with Brighter Summer Day for my birthday movie.
Okay.
4 hours long.
Hell yeah.
You should come for that one, Devon.
A 4-hour
When's your
Taiwanese
birthday?
film.
August.
Oh.
It'll take you all that time to watch it, though.
August.
Yeah.
Alright,
But with that, we can get into the movie, and it opens. Like this is just a wrestling entrance.
It's just already going. It's like
Just
it's
a match.
Yeah, they drop the veneer of setting the story up, and the movie starts like mid-match. Here we go.
Everyone loves Rip. His last name was Thomas. I wrote it down.
Rip Thomas.
Yeah.
I don't think they said that once during the entire movie.
They said it right at the beginning.
No.
Also, I always forget how much Hulk Hogan is balding until I see Hulk Hogan.
That's part of his thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got so much testosterone he
Can't keep it all
he's
on
so
his head.
manly. Yeah.
Refuses to be bald.
Who will be the first bald one of us four?
Probably me. I got a high.
Mine's pretty high, but I have a pretty good history of like hair when we get old in the family. Like my grandpa's got cancer and he hasn't lost his hair. I'm gonna be fine.
My hair is built
Is
different.
it your mom's dad, right?
Yeah, and he was bald as hell, so
Or you're fucked.
yeah. But he, you know, maybe I should make that joke. Heart attack.
Was that the whole joke?
He's dead, so I'm fine.
It was just hard
He
attack.
got killed off in the DNA pool, so I won't be affected.
The punchline was heart attack.
Yeah, the punchline is he's dead now.
The double sledgehammer punchline.
Rest in peace.
Heart
Sorry, Mom, if
attack.
you're listening.
Do you think she'll listen?
I don't think I don't tell him to listen.
If you start balding, are you going for the balding look, or are you just going straight shave your head?
No, you gotta shave it.
Yeah, I feel like you can't be in
That's
the
I'm going for the
middle.
look. I've shaved my head completely bald once. I look horrible.
That's what my dad did. There was a picture of him like swimming on like a camping trip with his work partner Kyle, and they saw the photo, and it's like just a giant spider. Like, what the fuck is that? Went home and shaved it all off.
I recommended it too.
Or at least
you're like,
like,
yeah,
Or I
you're gonna look
endorsed
like
it.
shit, Mike. You should.
No.
You should shave.
I was the only one that was like, it looks good. You should be bald. And Karen, your mom, was like, how dare you? Get out of my house.
She slapped you across the face.
She did twice.
she'd put you in a cage and then put you in the
She
ocean.
dropped you in the ocean.
The hammer bomb.
Like Bin Laden.
She made you
Looks like
commit
Bin
9/11.
They did dump him in the ocean, huh? Why is that so funny?
They dumped Bin Laden in the
Of course they
ocean.
did.
Yeah, they just, here you go, buddy.
They were afraid he was gonna escape.
Well, they didn't want.
In case there was zombie technology in the Middle East, they didn't want him brought
They
back.
knew he couldn't swim.
Have
Yeah.
you seen Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen? Megatron comes from the Mariana Trench in that.
Which is really
We've
funny.
been talking about the ocean a lot and have not made one Ocean Gate joke.
Oh yeah,
Who?
That's so funny.
the billionaires.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's so
It's
funny.
like it just went and passed. Like, yeah, that happens.
We are all in agreement that it's hilarious, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That they all died.
They shouldn't have been driving with a PS2 controller.
I remember that's like the most sound thing about the whole thing. That everything else was even more childish.
It's the PS2 controller was the highest technological thing
that's
in
like
there.
standard actually.
There's a picture of a monitor inside the sub that's been screwed into the carbon fiber hole.
I thought you meant like a monitor, like a lizard.
Yeah, there's a picture of a lizard.
A
He actually
monitor.
caused the breach.
It's so
It
funny.
was just a fucking monitor lizard. Dude, those things are fucking ginormous.
I would be a lot sadder about this if it was just 5 lizards in there.
Oh my god. honestly.
Five billionaires in a Komodo dragon.
Oh
go
my
see
god,
the
could you
Titanic.
imagine? The memes would be completely
Heart
different.
attack.
It would all be like, rip these lizards.
Oh, I know,
It would
right?
be another Harambe, but these billionaires, nobody cares about them.
It's the one son didn't care about him.
Why did we care about Harambe? Sorry, as another side note before we get back to the movie.
It's
Well,
sad. They
can
killed
we all
the
agree-
gorilla.
So a
He
kid...
almost killed a child.
No,
The child should
no.
not go in a fucking cage.
He was like 5. I think
He
if I had to
didn't-
pick between the two, I
Oh,
would
so
kill
sad.
Harambe. Yeah.
Well,
I never
no,
got
he
those
He
jokes.
wasn't even. He was just inspecting. He like poked it. He didn't pick him up. He wasn't aggressive. He just went over.
Yeah, but
like,
if
That's
what's up?
that's half a second away from that kid
If-
getting his face
Yeah,
ripped off.
if
and
Harambe
eaten.
ripped his arms off and threw them at the mother on live
Could
television.
you
or
imagine?
something.
Yeah. How many memes would have popped up after that, do you think? After the gorilla
had to kill
skull
Harambe
fucks a
anyways,
5-year-old
yeah.
to death and throws his arms back to his mom?
They would have to kill him
That would have
anyways.
been so
You can't
funny.
let him live after that. He was dead no matter.
If the kid was a
Yeah, he
billionaire,
was dead.
it'd be fun.
He's probably happier now anyway.
I would be.
Harambe or the kid.
I did watch a really sad video on Twitter the other day where a 23-year-old man in the Red Sea just got eaten alive by a shark.
That's awesome.
He was like
Why
literally.
did you watch that?
I don't know. It was bad.
You hate stuff like that.
I know. It got me really upset.
You were in. Oh my god.
Nature will reclaim us all.
Yeah.
It's true.
But so everybody loves Rip. This is a. We got through one note of my notes and went on an 8-minute tangent about oceans and Harambe. This is literally a WWF SmackDown type.
Death will give us
Tape and-
back to God.
You cut, like, as they're fighting, you cut to just a bunch of dudes in suits. I put with maybe money on the line. So I was like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
They were
12
also
evil
all in
suits.
the rolling office chairs.
Yeah, of course.
Wait, every one of them
They're
were.
comfy.
Yeah.
I thought some of them were just in like this, like reclining chairs.
No, dude, they were all in rolling office chairs.
They're all spinning around.
Suits.
But Rip is being choked out in this fight, like almost dies, like passing out.
Yeah.
But this kid, who is his brother, who is 30 years younger than him,
Yeah.
holds up
What's his name? Barney?
Randy.
Randy.
He holds up his hang loose sign, but with like
Yeah.
Yeah, first knuckle on the forefinger. I got good at it last night. I was practicing.
he practiced all night long, man. And he holds that up and
It's just a shock.
Rip's like, oh shit, I can do this. So he comes back, takes over, wins the match soundly, and the dudes in the suit are pissed because Rip won because they are last in the TV ratings. They own a network and they need Rip to visit them in the boardroom.
And again, the kayfabe is on because these guys are all like, fuck, Rip actually kicked his ass. They're trying to look for actual tough guys who can beat him up and not like actors who can execute a plan, which I
Correct.
think is cool. Good movie.
Good movie.
And so the dudes in this, or the head business guy, Brell, is in the boardroom with everybody else staring at like a statue of himself, like his own head, like just looking like directly into it. And he's like, we need ideas. How are we going to jump in the ratings? Everybody's given their own ratings and trying to get it up. He hates them all.
He's got one idea in mind.
Got to get ripped.
Super
Gotta
shot.
get ripped.
And he
Makes
wants
sense. If
to
you're a
try.
wrestling organization and you don't have Hulk Hogan, what are you doing?
I think they were just a TV network. They could have done anything.
Yeah, you're right. They
Like
didn't
make a
have...
sitcom.
Yeah, one of them did propose like a
game
sitcom,
show.
a game
and
show.
A sitcom, yeah.
They could do whatever the fuck
high
they wanted.
concept sitcom.
Yeah, that's right. What if there's a family and they're a little wacky? There's a dad, but no mom.
Hear me out.
She's dead.
Guys, hear me out.
Heart
It's,
Yeah,
attack.
kids have glasses.
Kids have glasses. There's twins.
They have a loving grandma who comes around.
Yeah, and then the quirky next door
She
neighbor
makes
who
really
always
good
breaks in through the
cornbread.
window.
You never see him, his face.
His name's Squonks.
Yeah.
And he always comes in and goes, hey, and then shits himself.
I'm squonking here, shits and runs away. But you still never see his face. You only see his ass.
He's always got a bandana on.
Oh.
You know, he draws a face on his ass.
Squonking.
It's a horse.
He crawls in backwards in the window. The middle of the night.
Shits through the window with
This
the
man
face
is
shot of his ass.
psychologically torturing this black family.
They have no mother. Squonks is trying to be
That's,
their
I
mother.
mean, the final episode is Squonks is revealed to be their mother, of course. She's been alive the whole time.
I've been watching over you. Naturally, the mother's alive, and she's...
Every shit was a message of love.
That's right. Written with the annals of love, if you will.
Now she's dead because she's dehydrated. It was all
She had a lot of diarrhea.
All right. What's the next
The
one?
doctor said she shit herself to death out of love. Is that the prognosis, Doc?
That's love.
Oh, God.
So that's the show they should have made.
Yeah.
But they're going to get Rip on at all costs. They're going to get him there to boost their ratings and profits.
But he signed a contract.
He has signed a
And he's
contract.
loyal.
They bring him in, and Hulk Hogan's like, I'm not doing it. He's like, here's a blank check. Write your costs.
He's so offended by that.
He's like, I will not do it. And the guy like grabs Rip forcefully on the shoulder and he's like, I'm not finished with you. I was like,
You motherfucker.
I was like, bad move.
Shaking him around.
You motherfucker.
Take all my money.
And he's not gonna let him leave until he writes his price on the check. But Rip grabs him, shoves the check down his throat, and leaves.
So
And he
go ahead, sorry.
gets into his limo.
So is this like the core of the movie then, of its morality? That you shouldn't compromise
It's chorality.
compromise yourself for money, or you have to stay true to your word and be honest and loyal to those who are loyal to you.
I think the morale might just be Rock, Flag, and Eagle. Like, just be...
kick ass.
Yeah.
So there was a guy who started in the WWE. He was like one of the first wrestlers,
And he looks like this.
and then he got bought out by the WWF.
Yeah.
I've been drawing.
That's good.
So I don't know. Maybe something about that.
They're commenting on that.
I think was it Brian Johnston.
That sounds familiar. Also sounds like a carpenter.
Yeah, it sounds like there's maybe a million famous Brian Johnsons.
There's a Brad Johnson who won a Super Bowl.
He did.
Yeah.
There's a Jimmy Johnson.
Won my
He won the
heart
Super
with
Bowl
his
of
sandwiches.
Wrestling. That's Jimmy Johns.
Jimmy Johns.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl-
Jimmy Johnson
Super Bowl
is a NASCAR
racing.
driver.
Yeah.
Not wrestling.
And
Dallas
football.
Cowboys coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's a football.
And Papa Johnson.
You're a Cowboys fan, Brandon. And you thought of NASCAR?
He's
Yeah.
also a NASCAR fan.
Yeah. But you are?
No.
You
I'm a fan of Jeff Gordon, but not Tony Stewart.
Yeah, that guy sucks. He killed like a whole family. I don't think there was a point to this movie though.
I think that was maybe the semblance of it.
You think there's a deeper level?
Yes.
Well, Rip gets into his limo. He's getting the hell out of there. But the limo driver just starts ignoring all of his directions and going the wrong way. Starts to basically board up all the windows and puts the divider up and whatnot.
To the partition.
The partition. Drive up all of the partition, please.
Is that a song?
By Beyonce.
I was right?
Yeah.
Hate the rich.
We should eat them.
Eat the rich.
But it starts driving him everywhere, and so Hulk's gonna just bust out of this limousine. He's kicking in the door, smashing everything. The driver, apparently every kick makes him just swerve in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
There were some good driving shots, though.
Good shots of him kicking from inside the car that we see in the outside.
Yeah.
The dents appearing.
It's pretty sick.
But they head towards a warehouse as the limo driver drives crazy. He just did so much property damage. He destroyed so many things.
It's not unlike the Santa with Muscles. They also did a lot of damage to property in their chase scenes.
And
They were
monster
escaping
trucks.
And monster trucks.
That's why it was
Creech.
8 million.
But
Creech.
they end up getting to a warehouse, and at the warehouse, some World Television Network goons are there to beat him up with crowbars.
Yeah, I like this, that the television network has a stable of goons on payroll. We
But-
did that.
He like literally jumps out the roof of the limousine, like pops
That's
out of
sick.
it, and beats the shit out of everyone. Literally beats the shit out of one of them.
Oh yeah.
The
Dookie
driver-
shot,
the driver
the
pooped
famous
his pants.
Dookie shot.
A TikTok that Devon
Very
had sent
famous.
me like a year ago and said, we should do this on the podcast.
Yeah, that was a long time
I
ago.
know. And
Dookie
so,
shot. And this is like the best part of Hulk Hogan's acting, I think, the nadir of it, if you will, is his little facial expressions. He goes through a lot of them in a short amount of time. Not the best with line delivery, but he does manipulate his face in really interesting ways, I think.
And he growls real nice.
He's got a growl to him. It's more like a dog, I guess, than an actor.
Yeah. That's
You
not
like
like
looking
it
at
was
him.
that for 20 more seconds.
But his face is doing the talking.
Yeah. And his teeth. A
Or
lot of
doing the
teeth
walking.
in
They're
this.
doing the walk.
these teeth are made for walking.
Walk is just what they'll do. And if you're not careful, walk all over you.
Beautiful.
Ugh, they're wet.
So Rip is at a new meeting for like merchandising or something and is just so attracted to Samantha M. Moore, the
And-
board lady.
And the woman to his right as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Suzanne
that's right.
walked out of view of him, out of his periphery, and he just started staring at a different woman, like right in the
Yes,
puss.
Yeah.
He keeps biting his thumb.
I don't know what he was doing.
This is an odd scene.
He was
Checking her
way
out.
too
They,
horny.
yeah, they sexualized him
But
pretty immediately.
she's like, what do you think about all this? He's like, I donate my money to charity. And she's like, okay, you want to go to dinner then?
Yeah.
So she invites him to dinner,
In the middle of a board meeting.
and none of the other board meeting people go to dinner with.
Or
It's
comment
just them
on it.
to discuss charity work, I guess. And Rip is in an all-white suit
He looks
at
like
this-
a broad.
Yeah.
at a French restaurant.
Bar of Dove soap.
And
He said he looked like an angel.
That was the way they were filming him. They made him because they would go back and forth. They'd do like a normal shot on Samantha and Moore talking.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, I think we should do this for business." And then when they pan back to
Glow.
him, he would be glowing.
yeah, they would have a
Blast him with
a
lights.
backlight behind
and it
him.
was slightly lower angle, so
Yeah.
he seems benevolent.
And his hair looks like a halo from the right angle.
Yeah.
He's like, shiny. I love him. And she's not filmed the same way at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Mm-mm.
But the waiter there was so rude to him. Only spoke to Samantha.
But
But like,
he thinks this, rightfully so.
He's
this,
right.
This balding, long, blonde-haired man in an all-white suit who can't talk right.
Yeah.
He thinks he's lower class.
It's
but
totally
one of
fair.
like the bus boys keeps waving at him and pointing at him. He gets all the other like waiters and the chef to come out and they're like, "Oh, excuse me, Rip. Sorry we didn't say hello to you sooner.
Yeah.
What would you like to eat tonight?" He responds in French. Everybody's like, "Oh."
And it's also like his regular order the chef recognizes.
Yeah.
So he says he's been here to this fancy French restaurant a lot,
Yeah.
which is important for his character to
And-
be cultured.
It does come up later. Keep it in mind, those listening at home.
So after
The
his
chef
little-
also just shits on the waiter too. He's like,
Yeah.
"How dare you?
How would the waiter not know if this is one of their regular customers?
I know, right?
How would he not know it's Rip Thomas from the TV?
From the TV.
That must be a new
This is-
French guy.
This is the time.
Not know they're regular.
Yeah.
He was English before.
Because this is
now
the
he's
time
French.
when hundreds of millions of people would watch television nightly.
Yes.
Yeah, daily and nightly.
Well,
Will never stop.
after all this dinner, you get a slow motion headbutt out of nowhere. Two dudes headbutting each other, and we end up in some amateur
Yeah.
wrestling bar.
Like a transition scene.
If this bar was in Missoula, I would never leave it.
You live in the
Yeah.
apartment above it.
I would.
It was a tattoo parlor. It was like a stable for pigs and shit.
Yeah.
There was
And
mud
shit.
everywhere and
It was,
shit.
you knew there was sawdust on the floor. It was a pretty serviceable bar.
Yeah,
There was
Some
a wrestling
tables.
ring in it.
Yeah,
there
that's
were
the feature.
cages
yeah.
that hung little people.
At least one cage. I don't know if there was.
There were
more.
two.
Was
I
there
saw
a sec-
two of them.
So we had two little people.
Pretty
in
sure
this
there was a
movie.
business room in there somewhere too.
There always is. And the centerpiece, like Brandon said, is this big, dirty-looking ring in the middle where
It's
these,
so
these
dirty.
gigantic hillbillies wail on each other with weapons. Often with weapons.
So the WTM guys, Brell and his two handymen are there to look for new talent for their network, and
They could have written Succession.
they could have. But we do see
With King Lear.
a Peter just subbing in King Lear to every franchise now.
Yeah.
But we do see a Peter Dinklage-esque character in a cage. There's lots of ear biting in the ring with no referee. You did say that this is pre-Tyson, yeah. And they get this angry dude that is the brother of the main waitress girl to hop in the ring and fight the one dude that was winning the fight, but without any warning. He's like, hey, go fight that dude. So he just hops in and just starts smashing the back of his head in without him knowing.
Nice.
But it was for some money. It was like $200. And so two of the business guys, they got to go tinkle.
That's who King Lear is.
I want to see. Show Devon.
I picture him sitting on the top rope, just banging his staff. Suck my dick, Randy Savage.
Yeah, he's pretty mean, I think, in the book.
That's awesome.
That's the best
He's
photo.
always got a little long beard.
I love
That's the
it.
best photo.
It's a good book.
But so the two of them go to tinkle, and it's a very dirty bathroom. There's like a dog in there, just like chained up.
Yeah.
He was cool. Not the worst bathroom. I've seen worse.
And they start
That
bad
was
talking.
pretty bad.
It's like
They
the
start
bad
bad mouthing
atmosphere.
all the people in the bar. Well, that brother that beat the one dude in the ring up, is in there taking a mad shit. Busts open the door, and immediately just
That's whooping
comments
their
on their
ass.
penis sizes.
Oh yeah, he was gonna whoop their ass, and then he saw their dicks, and
He got
He
real,
laughs at
took
him and
mercy
leaves.
on them.
nice and close
Pitiful mercy.
inspection.
He got real close.
He did, like, lean down.
I'm surprised he didn't like cup it and look.
What do we have here? Best in show.
Wow.
Participation.
Yeah. You're my favorite.
Hangs little medals off it.
Little blue ribbon.
Yeah.
Um,
I carry these around just for situations like this.
So he comments on their penis size. He leaves, laughs at them, and WTN is going to launch their new show, Battle of the Super Tough Guys, a Royal Rumble style fight with tough guys from all over coming to fight.
Was it not just Battle of the Tough Guys?
No, it is tough guys.
Not
but-
even super.
No, it's just Battle of the Tough Guys. But
Tough guys.
this
Poorly marketed.
this battle is actually a small scale thing, just in the wrestling ring. It wasn't actually like a television thing. But the winner will be the one that they represent to take on Rip.
They're basically laying claim that this is a new champion, new wrestling champion being crowned because Rip is too much of a coward to defend his title.
They televised this one, though.
They did, but I thought it was going to be like a big thing.
What was the location of this first one?
It was
that
in
same
that
bar.
In
bar.
that bar. Okay, they get increasingly fun.
And as all these fights are going on, a wall in this bar is just broken down. And a gigantic black man comes in with a Z shaved into his head. Maybe it was just in marker.
I
don't
thought
know.
it was permanent marker.
But,
And one guy was like, I know that guy from prison.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the other black guy in the film was like, I know that black
I
guy.
used to be his manager.
Zeus is his name. He
Killed the
immediately
guy.
starts targeting women in the bar. Like a lady comes up to him, he manhandles her face and just throws her into a,
face. That's right.
throws her into a barrel of alcohol.
Tough guy.
He is a tough guy. He doesn't care about anybody's rights.
Those are his sounds.
And
Sounds of passion.
he gets in the ring, slaps the shit out of everyone. He doesn't even like actually do any wrestling moves. He just backhanded every single person.
Doesn't need to.
Screamed, and yeah, Rip was watching this televised thing at
That's the
home.
funniest part of this movie for me. I mean, besides all this really stupid shit, but like him doing like very slowly with the fist, like backhand and forehand, and everyone's like, he's a monster. Look at him go. It's the toughest guy I've ever seen. He's just like
Dodge.
slapping. Yeah. Move.
But yeah, so they're watching it on TV. They're like, oh my god, look at this guy. And yeah, the one other black guy, like his coach was like, oh, I know him. I trained him, but I couldn't control him, so I let him go, and then he killed a man in the ring and went to jail. But now he's free.
It's a good exposition dump.
The most violent wrestler ever gets to go wrestle again.
Yeah. Why not? That's his passion.
Well, I feel like part of you being let out of jail, the stipulation is maybe don't fight
You're
again.
not allowed to.
Please don't murder again.
It's like this stupid headline that came out.
Like how gun violence perpetrators probably shouldn't get a
Oh,
Glock
what was
after
that?
this.
Yeah.
What was ex-con, killer, or
It was,
champion?
it was Thriller or Killer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Both.
But Zeus is announced the winner, stares into the camera as Rip stares back into the television.
He's got a lazy eye. Did we mention that?
No.
Wait, it's his right eye is looking straight at the bridge of his nose.
And he's got a hell of a unibrow.
He does.
He's an ugly son of a
He
bitch.
It's like
does.
it's moved. It's not centered unibrow. It's mostly on his left eye,
Huh.
half on the right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, WTN is now number 1 on the ratings after this one night. And they do not care what some reviews said. Some people were like, my children got scared. It was too bloody. And bro's like, I don't give a fuck. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Kind of like how our society is.
Ooh, a
If
commentary.
you think about it, yeah. Kind of a commentary. Maybe that was the point of this movie and a whole.
Aw.
Hulk Hogan fighting the urge
For
to.
honor.
Yeah, he's doing things for honor and not just
Violence sake.
violence for the sake of views. You know, you do anything just for a little cash in your pocket. But Hulk, from the beginning,
Yeah.
even at the boardroom meeting, rejected the notion of personal wealth and would donate it all to charity. Wears kimonos out to dinner. You know, very minimalist. And it seems like he is fighting the giant propaganda machine that is our.
That's kind of positively represented by the WWE. They do things clean. They do things professional. You know, it's a good family show versus the Battle of Tough Guys, where these fucking hammer-fisted guys are fighting in oil rigs.
Because that is the next scene. Battle of the Tough Guys round 2. Fucking oil rig fight.
Yeah.
When one dude has a sledgehammer?
I think it's a. I don't know if
It
his
is a
name was
sledgehammer.
Lug Wrench or if that's what the tool was.
His
'cause it
name
was
is
some kind
Lug
of
Wrench.
giant wrench
His
for
name
the oil
is
rig.
Lug
That's one of
Wrench
his characters.
holding a sledgehammer.
No, it's
Well,
not a
Zeus-
sledgehammer. The next guy has a sledgehammer. This guy's got a giant wrench he used for the oil rig.
No, I wrote it down. This guy's a sledgehammer. The next guy's is the world's biggest crowbar.
It wasn't a sledgehammer.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
I will
I think so because he
rewatch this movie.
smashes it on the ground as like in like a sledgehammer. Because I remember thinking like, was there a nail there?
He was just trying to do work and Zeus showed up.
Yeah.
Zeus shows up wearing chainmail too. That's not allowed.
It's crazy that they even have weapons, regardless of what it was.
Also very true. But Zeus still obviously wins. He beats Sledgehammer Dude.
Yeah.
And Rip is going in a limo with Samantha to take a plane somewhere. It was like, where's this business meeting now going? Where are the board members? They take a plane and he's back to maybe his hometown or something. He's like, I know a place.
Mhm.
They take him to he takes her to a diner that he grew up eating.
It's like in Oklahoma or something.
Yeah. And some robbers bust in,
This is funny.
robbing the place,
This
but
is
Rip
weird.
is like, I'm gonna save everybody. Rips a stool out of the ground and throws it at the one guy, but then just pies the second guy.
Yeah.
No.
Over and over.
40 pies.
And they kept using the same, as Alex pointed out, kept using the same clip of him getting hit by the pie
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So it's like the same exact on like a loop. It's really funny.
Good pie.
So he defeats robbers via pie and stool.
They had guns. Just
He
shoot
held
them.
the gun up to his head for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Almost shot back.
after these heroics, they end up in a hotel room together. They are on some business trip, but her agency booked a room with only one bed.
But he's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
He puts up a little divider, but dental hygiene scenes was very long in this.
You're not going to mention what he was wearing?
Oh no, of course not. Of course I am.
A Speedo and a t-shirt that's somehow too big for Hulk Hogan.
A tank top.
A quadruple
It was
XL
a
tank
tank
top and a Speedo.
Yeah.
And what she was,
the most
The
ridiculous
cherry
shit.
red.
Entirely red.
she wears to bed a pointy bra
Mm.
and silk
Like silk shorts. Like
underwear
lingerie
short.
almost.
Yeah. But he puts up this little divider. They brush their teeth with ear to ear on the same door
They're
together.
trying to listen to each other spit and
They
gargle.
listen to gargle, mouthwash. There's like 4 minutes of like
Very romantic.
4 minutes of like pre-bed dental work,
It's role play.
and then
Foreplay.
Foreplay. Let's be people that actually brush their teeth tonight. They're like grossed out.
King Lear shows up. He's like, "What are these contraptions?"
Get him out of here. What are these
He's got a kingdom to
contraptions?
settle. He's at death's door. He knows what's coming.
I don't have time to brush my
That's
teeth.
King Lear.
What is this strange device?
God damn it, who let King Lear in again?
Musty old bitch.
I like the idea that everyone hates him and he just somehow ends up.
They do kind of hate him.
He just
worming
keeps showing up and they're like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah, there's
That
an old bastard, and all of his kids. He's like, none of you are good enough to have my kingdom.
That would be.
It's like, God damn it, King Lear, there is no
He keeps
kingdom.
his
Get
kingdom
out.
through death.
Kind of.
That would be a good bit to have him kind of traverse through different sitcom universes. Like, he's the next door neighbor in all of them. He's made it to Full House and hanging with Mr.
And he's
Cooper.
like, Seinfeld, are you gonna take over the kingdom?
And they're all like King Lear, like hands on the hips, like disappointed in him.
He's the guy that's
Desperate to
shitting
find
through.
it.
Seinfeld, are you going to take over the kingdom?
He's the one that's shitting through the window for the family every time his butt
Well, that's
comes
his
in.
mom. That's the mom.
That's the mom. That's a whole emotional payoff.
Maybe they
It's not
think it's King Lear, but it's
Lear.
got to be the mom.
They're pretty sure it's King Lear, but we can't prove it.
I haven't seen his face yet.
He's in every sitcom, but they never talk about it. There's no reference to the other sitcoms. Like, did you hear what King Lear did in Friendstown? Like, no, what happened?
Seinfeld, my sons have not proven their worth. It is you who must inherit my kingdom.
You may be friends, but on this day we all become enemies.
Hey, Jerry, who's this guy? I don't know. He showed up.
King Lear.
Sorry, I don't have any spare change.
Kramer
King
is like,
Lear.
giddy up, King Lear.
How do they say Newman?
Newman.
King Lear.
King Lear.
He's the Newman character.
Oh my god.
He gets killed by
I
lizards.
had no clue King Lear was going to be
Jurassic
such a big topic today, but
I thought that was. I was crying. It's so funny.
so they go to bed.
I'm good. Keep going.
They go to
Sorry.
bed, and Samantha wakes up to the bed shaking. She goes to check it out, and she looks behind the curtain and just sees what looks to be a butt. But he's actually working out just in his Speedo, doing push-ups with his
fast.
feet in the bed. Yeah, he's ripped. Of course they're fast.
Well, I'm just saying the speed that the bed was shaking. I don't think it's possible to do push-ups that fast for anybody.
Yeah, I was like,
He was probably doing quarter push-ups.
Like a metronome, like 180 BPM. Crazy shit.
What did she think he was doing? Jerking off? Is that
Yeah.
That's what we thought. She was doing.
we laughed like, what if he brought home another woman and just fucking her right?
He won't let me fuck you fine. I thought that was so funny.
She's mad about it, though, isn't she? About the push-ups?
Yeah, he woke her up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, whatever. You do your thing. He finally finishes working out, and instead of like, she's asleep, instead of like getting into the bed comfortably, he jumps and backflops
Like
on
a
the
fucking
bed.
child.
Smashes the bed, breaks it, his side, and so she rolls through the sheet onto him, half naked.
Yeah.
And they
And he
cuddle.
makes a little joke about it, and he's like, oh, I thought we were standing on our own side of the bed. And she's like, how dare you? And tries to hit him, and he grabs her at the wrist, and he's like, this isn't a fucking game. I didn't do this, man. I didn't do shit.
yeah, he gets so
You're
unjustifiably
the one that
angry.
backflopped onto the bed.
He's so mad, because she was asleep. She thinks that he, like, pulled her onto him.
Yeah.
And he's just like, whoa there, little girl, and, like, gripping her wrist. And he's like, I'm going to sleep on the couch in the lobby.
In his
Can
Speedo.
you do that? Yeah. No blanket or towel.
So he's gonna go
Scaring
there.
the other patrons of the hotel.
Now you get to see
King Lear.
the business guy. Samantha and Moore goes to Brell, and Brell slaps the King
And
Lear.
the three of them. Is he like the wise one?
It's the three sides.
Samantha
Is he,
goes
like,
to
good,
talk with
evil,
Brell,
natural or something?
and he is pissed that she did not lock down Hulk Hogan for the network, and he slaps the shit out of her. This is the era of Samantha continuously being assaulted.
Oh, she got. It's not funny.
Tuned up.
She got tuned up like 4 times.
And so Rip is consoling her after she was abused and hit, and she realizes he's a good guy, so they flirt and kiss and cuddle now, and Rip sees Zeus on the TV, and Zeus calls out Rip wanting a challenge.
It's so weird that they're like in love now. And doing the weirdest like little kisses. Because I don't think the actress should necessarily want to be kissing Hulk Hogan all that much.
You'd be surprised.
I would be surprised.
You would be.
Like not even
Surprise, that's his wife. No, I don't think he had a wife. He probably, I don't know.
But
He has a sex tape, so.
yeah.
we're now at a kids' summer wrestling camp, like in a park, and that Rip is sponsoring, and a helicopter comes in, lands on the field, and out steps Zeus and his boys at WTN.
Oh yeah.
And he confronts Rip, asks for a fight.
The power dynamic is shifted.
Yeah,
Now,
because Rip doesn't respond.
Brell is one of the goons now.
Yeah. He can't stand up to Zeus.
No.
But Rip doesn't either. Doesn't say anything. And now supposedly Zeus is the world champion even without a fight.
Yeah, because the other guy's vacating.
I guess.
I guess.
Does the title holder have to accept every challenge or lose it?
If it's a credible one, I think.
Like if it's UFC, they have to accept all challenges.
Whatever the UFC puts in front of them, yeah. Like,
Okay.
or else they get stripped from them, yeah.
Within
Because you can't take the belt and say I'm only gonna fight fucking little Chinese guys anymore. You still gotta fight the who they put in front of you.
I'm switching weights. I'm going flyweight.
No, thank you to the first like 35 people they knocked out.
They bring up a Make-A-Wish kid. That's it.
It is the kid.
You guys seen that skit where it's like you did great with this MMA challenge or MMA fight. Do you have anyone you want to challenge next? And he's like, yeah, the world heavyweights champion, his wife. Have you seen that one?
No.
Was that real?
Yeah, hold on, let me pull it up.
That's awesome.
The best call out ever was Nate Diaz. I'm like, Nate Diaz, how'd you win that fight? And he goes, fuck that, Conor McGregor, you take everything I work for, motherfucker.
Didn't answer a single question.
My buddy asked me once if you could fight anybody in history, who would it be?
You said King Lear?
No, I said Anne Frank because I think I could win pretty easily.
Helen Keller.
That'd kick her ass, yeah.
I think about easier people than Helen Keller.
She's blind and deaf.
Baby Jessica in the well.
Yeah,
it's this one.
You just drop a rock down there. Could probably beat Jesus pretty easily. He was like 5'6".
So, okay, go to hear it.
He calls out the middleweight champion of the women's division.
Yeah,
That's
and he
so
like
funny.
calls out the fucking heavyweight champion's dog.
So there might be some dogs I wouldn't want to fight in the ring.
I think
Like a
most dogs,
chihuahua.
probably,
Not
yeah.
Airbud.
Yeah, Airbud would rip me apart, but so
Rip?
oh, but so now that Deuce
They
is
do
world
any
champion,
R.I.P. jokes in this movie.
so now that he's world champion, Samantha's walking out of her car in a parking garage and immediately gets assaulted again. This dude just starts to like chloroform her, but luckily
Were
Rip.
these guys? They never really confirmed if these guys were even part of.
No, I
another
think this
goon
is just
squad.
a dude ready
This is
to
a
abduct her.
random. Yeah.
I think it's gotta be WGN goons.
This is the third time she's been attacked.
Yeah.
And how do you look at the script and read through it and be like, didn't this happen twice? Can we keep assaulting this
It's
woman?
like 5 notes ago for me, 6 notes ago.
She's
Yeah.
an Amsel.
There's the gun. There's her being just straight up slapped in a corporate office.
Mhm.
And now her being.
And now this, and there's still 2 more, I think. But yeah, so in this, she's getting chloroformed or something. But luckily, Rip is here on a motorcycle who runs this guy over.
That shit was so funny
He beats
watching
this dude
Hulk
up.
Hogan on a motorcycle and the guy running away from him.
And
But
Zeus is now doing another
Corn
fight.
dogs him.
He's fighting a construction worker with a crowbar at a construction site and winning again. As Randy was at this fight in the construction site, Rip's brother, and he watches longingly
Oh yeah, I know.
and scared.
Yeah.
you're not longingly.
He watches longingly at
Forebodingly.
Zeus. Yeah. It looked longingly a little bit. I think it was just a bad face actor compared to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Because
But-
he looked aroused a little bit to me.
But Brady and his friend are running out of there. They bump into Brell, and he
Fine.
finds out that he's Rip's brother. And he brings them over there to have a little talk with Zeus.
Balthazar.
Brady.
For a torture session.
Yeah, pretty much. Randy tries to punch Zeus multiple times. Like, he does hit him.
Why? What was the impetus of that?
He said something about his brother being like a weak little bitch boy.
Was that it?
And Randy's like, how fucking dare you? And gets his
Yeah.
ass kicked about it.
Yeah, the fight is on. Quick fight is Brady is now dead. He
Randy.
like-
Randy.
no, my notes say Brady.
It's not,
I
not
think-
Brady.
I think
know.
this is good acting from the
Zeus.
Kyle Fuller guy,
Mm.
whatever his name is.
Brell.
Brell.
Brady.
Because his face, you can't tell. He's like smiling a little bit at Zeus kicking his ass because he's like enjoying it. But his face,
Also-
you can slightly see like turning to horror and disgust, but like still a little bit
'Cause
happy that this
Randy's
guy's on his
dead.
side. Yeah, Randy's dead, and this guy's cheering
And Zeus is just hissing at him. Just
like a cat. Yeah, but I thought it was a good scene.
But
From that
while
guy.
that happens, Rip breaks into Zeus's gym in his home and breaks everything looking for him as he gets fooled by what appears to be a giant funhouse with projectors, mirrors, secret cameras, and microphones that Brell can watch through in
Not the
Zeus's
smartest
home.
guy, our protagonist.
No. And it's funny, all the suits are watching through the hidden camera, like eating popcorn. It's like, oh, look at this big dumb guy breaking all the
This
mirrors.
big peanut guy.
Why were they watching him in the first place?
Why was he there?
Oh, I don't know any of.
Why did Rip break into Zeus's home and destroy it?
You do get a sick scene of him throwing.
Because he was pissed about his brother, remember?
Did he know that?
Yeah, because he was at the hospital and then
That's after that, though.
It is.
he
after.
returns to the hospital after
It's
his rampage.
assumed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do get the cool scene of him throwing the barbell through the camera, like with great precision,
It literally pierced straight into the lens. But
and it scared the guys watching.
Randy's in the hospital all bandaged up with a broken neck. He barely is surviving. And everyone's there with him when he finally wakes up with Rip at his bedside. And my note is this proper hospital attire?
Yeah, that shit was so funny.
That's just how his normal wear.
Yeah.
His work.
But
Everyone's mourning. He's in a fucking kimono.
but Brell announces Battle of the Tough Guys, where Rip will be
Gloves
coming.
with laces. He tied his gloves on.
He did. He did tie those gloves on. How? I don't know.
With his fingies.
How do you get the one fingy back?
Dexterity, Brandon. Look at this. Look at this
Teeth.
movement. Folks at home, tune into whatever fucking time.
Probably like 145-ish.
No.
But Brell announces Battle of the Tough Guys, where Rip will now be taking on the champion Zeus. And you get a Rocky IV montage as Zeus works out on some high-tech equipment, and Rip just helps Randy through physical therapy because he can't walk anymore.
The music is awesome too. As Lukas pointed out last night when we were watching, it would be super intense guitar solos as Zeus is, I almost call him Zion, is pumping iron. Yeah.
Zion.
And then it cuts to slow piano like very abruptly, and he's like, "Come on, you'll walk again." Hulk Hogan still in his
Some
do-rag.
chopping.
What's that?
Some chopping.
Yeah, I think it's Chopin.
No.
Chopin.
He's chopping it
That's
up.
right.
Japan. But Brell has a plan in case Rip is going to be winning this fight. He steals Samantha and assaults her in an elevator so that she has to watch from his television room with 9 screens from a distance.
So this is the 4th time she's being assaulted.
Yeah.
Good.
Beat up and kidnapped. And once Rip hears about Samantha, he gets a call from Brell saying, "You got 10 minutes in the ring. You will go down. You will stay down. Or else we'll have to put another person in a wheelchair." I was like, God damn.
We will put your brother down.
We've got
euthanize him.
So he dispatches his coach, the other black guy, and said, "Whatever you do, 10 minutes, you got to find her."
Yeah.
He's gonna fight anyways.
And Randy's friend that was with him.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, who is that woman?
His girlfriend.
was-
Randy's old lady.
Yeah.
So supportive.
His
Yeah.
sweetheart.
And it's fight time. Zeus is
Ball and
immediately
chain.
destroying Rip. And Samantha is able to kind of escape the room on her own.
How?
They didn't tie her up or
She just walked
handcuff
out the
her.
door?
Yeah,
she stole the keys off of the police officer or security
Yeah.
guard, and then she unlocked the door
And ran.
closed it and ran. Yeah.
They were all tuned into the fight. They were too hyped. And Rip, this is what I said. Rip is getting his head bounced while being strangled in the ropes during this fight. It was a weird thing.
That
But
was weird, and they didn't know how to get him out of it and make
No.
it cool.
But Samantha's running away. She gets in the elevator, the slowest elevator of all time, as the guards take the stairs, and they beat her down to the
Kick her
bottom,
ass.
and are about to take her
Yeah,
again,
dude.
assaulting her.
That elevator cracked me up because it was so slow, like 21 to 17. You watched it one at a time, and then like the next scene, she's at the bottom.
17-3.
Yeah.
But the coach and Randy's friend are there to beat the cops up and save her.
Yep.
So they assault some cops, they save her, and Rip is basically done for in this fight as Zeus is ripping the poles of the cage off and is getting ready to impale Rip.
He's
Like,
gonna stab him through the heart.
To the face.
Yeah.
And the heart.
But Rip hears Randy's cries and sees him try to do the hang loose sign.
That's right. The
With his
one little
pinky.
finger.
His pinky trembles, but he can't move it because he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
So he hears it and is able to get out of the way. I just realized Devon does not know what happened in the movie because he fell
He
asleep.
hasn't seen most of
I'm
this.
very lost.
And Samantha is now ringside to give him inspiration too. And Rip is going in and out of consciousness. He sees that little pinky going, and he's ready. He's gonna take him on. So he's gonna fight him. But Zeus exited the ring while Rip is almost dead, and he's just beating Rip's black coach up too. Just like in the stands and just fighting fans and stuff too.
Going
Yeah.
insane.
This guy needs to go back to prison.
He's
Yeah.
the real tough guy.
And
He is the toughest guy.
Why didn't he go back to prison after he almost fucking broke that woman's skull and then dropped her off a balcony into a barrel?
because the TV people bought him up.
He's arrested.
Ah.
Wait,
But-
what?
Now that Rip is
Did he
inspired,
drop into a barrel.
huh?
What did
Or
he
was
drop
it a
into
table?
That first lady that he grabbed
Oh, at
by
the
her head.
bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now that Rip is inspired
That's
by
fair.
Randy and Samantha, he is ready to fight back, and the fight becomes very even. And I did like that there was like after Rip starts to actually finally win the fight, there was a good shot of like Zeus rocking back and forth, going in and out of consciousness, and the focus changes from Zeus to Brel in the background yelling at him through like the
No,
TV
in
room.
the same shot, yeah.
Yeah. And Zeus, goes on a rampage beating up people in the crowd. He also attacked Randy, his paralyzed brother, again. Beating the shit out of him.
Good.
So funny.
And Rip goes up, beats Zeus up, and wins the fight. Kills him.
And Mr. Krabs.
He like threw him
Does kill him.
back into the ring, but that was where the pole...
It doesn't stab him, but you assume it would.
Yeah, he fell through the pole.
It doesn't show that.
You don't see where the pole is anymore.
But you can see his entire body and how he hasn't been impaled, though, right?
Yeah, but he's dead.
What do you have?
You know who is really dead is Brel. Because Brel is going on a
This is
rampage
dumb.
in the TV room, just ripping cords and breaking things.
Yeah.
And Rip is looking at him through the screen, breaks it, and he gets scared and backs up into the television equipment and electrocutes himself to death.
To death. Probably.
So Brel's
You
dead.
really, I was really wanting Hulk to punch him to death instead of having him like slip into some electricity,
It's so anticlimactic.
right? That's like the Star Wars special, Invoking It Again, where the bad guys fall off by slipping on a balcony instead of being saber
Begging
shot.
for a lightsaber
Yeah.
or a gun, but
I don't even know how that ended. Oh, yeah. No, we're not getting into it.
the ethereal
Life
plane.
Day.
Yep.
But so he shocks himself and dies, and Rip goes down to the ring to where his friends and family are and celebrates as we freeze frame on his signature hand move, and you get a sick no holds barred theme song in the credits.
Da-da-da.
No holds barred.
That was kind of a sick song.
So did he kiss Samantha Moore at the end?
Nope.
Nope.
Wow.
No, he just did that.
He just did that freeze frame on his.
So we don't even know if they died or not. That's what I was waiting for.
I think the
The scene where he's in the hospital and his goons are around him, it's like, we're gonna get him, like set up for a sequel. Anything?
I think Zeus did die because I thought it was really fun. The whole after he got thrown into the ring, the last like
You
5
could
minutes,
see
of the,
him
yeah, he
still-
was just still passed out in the back on the ring.
Everyone's
right.
celebrating.
They-
You can see his
He didn't
corpse.
move.
Rip's walking down. Yeah, he's walking down to his brother who's standing. Did you mention that already?
Oh
too?
yeah, his paralyzed
Randy's
brother
standing now.
that got beat up again.
And, yeah, just in the
The
background.
second beat up
it's
fixed his spine.
Michael Dark clunking.
Realigned it.
But that is the
It did. That's probably canon.
that is the end of No Holds Barred.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
It only took us 40 minutes.
But with that we can.
Adieu.
No, we're not adjuing.
Goodbye.
We've got quarters.
You can't say that word anymore.
Oh, squirt.
Because it's Pride Day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to say faggot.
No, Jesus Christ!
You're allowed to say it.
No, I'm not going to.
He's allowed to say it.
I'm allowed. I touched a penis before.
Yeah.
No.
My mother was gay. I can say it. I'm half gay.
But with that, we're gonna get into some quarters.
Was.
We'll think about what we just said here seconds ago. Reflect on it.
Sleep on it.
Don't shake the table. Don't do that.
All right, that was the one time for the one time.
That's literally going.
Don't edit it out. It's a bit.
Fuck you. All right,
That's
it's
a
quote
bit.
time.
I think I have 3.
I
I was
think I
way
gen-
too.
I have 3 as well.
I was starstruck the whole time, like mesmerized.
I was only awake for half the movie, and I think I had more than that.
I
Oh,
was
I have one, but Brandon probably wrote it down.
Oh no, I have 3.
I was writing down a bunch because I noticed none of you guys were.
Yeah.
So I have one.
Did you write down one in the French restaurant? Do you have that scene?
I
Anybody?
have 13. I don't know.
13.
I might
You guys
say
just
it then.
you guys do all of your 3, and then
Sorry.
I'll take the leftovers. Devon, you're new here again. You start. You do all of them.
Got him. Oh, I'm so far away from the microphone.
This
Bless
comes.
you.
This
Nope.
comes from the dude who did the thing with the WTN, the WTN head.
Oh, okay, bro.
He said, "Miss Tidings, take a leak," and that was his way of saying that she's fired to take a leak.
Yeah.
Oh, was he
Go to the
firing her?
bathroom. I thought he was just
I really thought he was just telling her to go to the bathroom and get out of here.
No, I think he fired her.
Okay.
She seemed very upset for a bathroom break.
He did kind of yell at her too, but
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think he did fire her.
And then I'm sure we all had that. Is what's that smell?
Oh yeah.
Dookie.
what the Rock was cooking.
Dookie.
That's what he says.
And then I know I wanted to do an impression of this one, but I forgot what happened before this. But it was Monsieur Le Who?
Oh.
Monsieur is who?
Monsieur Leahy.
It was more like
They're talking
Monsieur Le Who.
Monsieur
talking
Le Who?
They're talking about Rip, and he's like, I don't get it. I'm yelling, Brendan. They can hear. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yelling.
You were saying no.
Monsieur
I
Le
said it all.
Who?
Oh, I thought you were gonna continue.
No.
Oh, okay.
They're just
That
talking
was
about how they
stupid.
know him, and he was like, I don't know him.
You guys can choose who goes next.
I'll go next.
Okay. I choose that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of sort of King Learian dialogue, at one point, Brel said, "Spare me your mealy mouth."
Gross. What?
Yeah.
Wait, your notes also say no holds fart?
They do.
You yelled at Seth for that.
He said that's not funny. I had no holds, no masters. I switched it up.
Oh.
I have no holds barred. I gotta keep the flame going.
Damn it.
At
Thank
one
you.
point, I don't remember the context of this, but I agree with it to this guy, but at some point said, "Video is my life."
Ah, shit, I wrote
That
that
was one
down
of yours.
too.
What was the context?
I don't think I wrote down context.
Video is my life. Do you guys remember?
And somebody
It's
they
the-
gifted him a present.
Yeah, he's like, do you like your new toy? And it's one of the tiny penis goons. And he goes, yeah, video is my life. Like, completely seriously. And
holding
it's
a
him holding a
camcorder.
video recorder to just 9
Oh,
TV
yeah, that's
screens of different
He's
TV
recording
shows.
other screens.
Yeah, video is my passion.
And then my last one here is from Brel too, and he said, "I thought you'd be more comfortable watching Zeus mutilate your boyfriend in here."
Seth, you got one probably?
I don't fucking know.
I know you had video is my life.
Oh, this one's just, I have no idea what the context is. It just, he's did it again.
He's did it again. Bad English.
I don't remember what
Objectively.
this is either. I assume it's Brel, but it's God save me from conniving females and devious crooks.
Amen.
And those are your quotes.
Well, there's one more I'm gonna steal because you have like 40 quotes. It's also in the French restaurant, and he's like talking to.
say it.
I'm going to. I'm setting up the scene.
Please do.
Say
In
it.
fair Verona,
Say it.
as we lay our scene, Hulk Hogan in the French restaurant, and the waiter's like, if you're looking for le hamburger, we don't have that here.
It's funny because before that I was like, what's he gonna order? A hamburger?
You did. In the style of the Hamburglar. You said it.
Ham!
I shouldn't
Happy
have
birthday,
invoked him.
Grimace.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Grimace.
June 12th. Canonically your birthday.
Juneteenth. Grimace's
Disney
birthday.
freed Grimace
He is black.
from Texas.
Okay, my first quote that I've got here is from Seth.
Woo!
He says, I can't believe that's America's man. Thin, blonde, and Chinese.
He's not Chinese. That's not thin either.
No.
His hair.
He's yoked.
Why
to be
is
fair.
that Chinese hair?
It's thin and blonde. Similar to Chinese hair. I don't know.
if I've ever seen a blonde Chinese guy.
I think I've heard a joke
Oh, yeah.
about China, about Hulk
Of
Hogan.
Chinamen.
I think I've heard a joke by like Daniel Tosh or something where they describe Hulk Hogan and his thin blonde Chinese hair. So now every time I think about him, I think of him being Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next one is from Brel as they are watching the first fight from that room, and he stands and goes, every time this jock ass waddles around in his sweat hogs and wins, we eat it.
You did write that down. I knew I could count on you.
Jackass.
Jackass.
I don't remember. Oh, this is Hulk Hogan beating up henchman
Yeah.
right away. And Devon goes, this does not paint him as the good guy. And Lukas just immediately goes, well, I disagree.
Vehemently.
He's a good guy.
This was a weird one. When they enter the bar, the wrestling bar for the first time, the waitress goes, are you guys cops? And they're like, no. And she's like, well, then must be looking for the gay bar across the street.
Yeah.
If you're not cops, you're gay.
What the hell? This must also be in there. I'd like to get laid, relayed, and parlayed, but that won't happen here.
Yeah, that was the waitress when.
Because they wanted like a Manhattan.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I don't remember.
Well,
that
I'd like
at
to
all.
get laid, relayed, and parlayed, but that won't happen
An
here.
extra dry martini.
Also in the bar, he's wondering where he can go pee, but he goes, where do I go to bleed the old lizard? The monitor lizard.
Yeah.
In the
And
sub.
poke it with a needle.
The guy says in your pants.
He did.
There was a toilet in that submarine. And it was like the size of like the interior of my minivan. And it was just like a hole. So if you had to take a shit, you just had to like in front of everyone.
He did it like a man with eye contact.
Yeah.
So billionaires do. They shit wherever they want.
Woo!
On the floor.
Good social commentary.
Also in the bar, apparently had a lot of bar ones.
Billionaire.
As the brother breaks down the door, he goes, what do we got here? A teeny wang? And, another, it's not even worth it.
He took pity on them.
He did because of their tiny dongs.
He showed empathy.
This is
In
as
a way.
as Samantha's getting assaulted in the parking garage by the chloroform guy.
Which time?
The chloroform guy. With the guy that might not be with
Motorcycle.
WTN. Yeah, the motorcycle.
Chloroform
pulls up-
guy is Kool-Aid Man's brother.
Oh no.
The black sheep.
He runs over the guy on the motorcycle, but the guy hops onto the front of the motorcycle and is like holding on, and Hulk is just gonna run him into a tree, and he says, Hurley and me, and you in the tree.
That's
Good
right.
line. That is a good line.
That is a good line. They were all kissing.
Good line.
Good
Um,
line.
My anti-penultimate is
What?
ultimate, penultimate, anti-penultimate, pre-anti-penultimate, pro-pre-anti-penultimate.
Is that actually a thing?
Yes, we looked
Yeah.
it up 3 episodes ago.
Okay.
Some 2 episodes ago. Space Chimps.
All right. Anti-penultimate episode ago.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Samantha, crying after being assaulted by Brell when he slapped her in the face, Rip just goes, I hate it when you're hurt.
This is so stupid.
Sincere.
No.
Lukas at the very end just says, he just got shock-assed instead of jock-ass.
Electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And-
throwback to the piezoelectric crystals.
Yes.
Yep. And my last one here is when Randy and his friend bump into Brell and he brings him over to meet Zeus, and Brell just goes, hey Zeus, guess who these guys are? And Zeus just goes, I don't guess.
A real man's man.
But that's gonna end our quotes.
Alrighty.
Goodbye.
No
Douche.
ratings. Right now, Devon, what do you think Tomato Meter gave this?
Gave this a 38%.
Seth?
38%.
No, you can't say that.
37%.
Is this critics, Brandon?
Yes.
This is
Might
gonna
be like a 22.
I'm gonna say
actually.
a 9%.
One of you guys is so close.
Just one of us and the other 2 of us are right next to each other.
Correct, it's Lucas.
Yeah.
He's up 5-1 to 0. It's a 10%.
Ooh, I was very close. This is a stinker. I would think the critics would think that.
Yeah.
Audience score, Lucas.
Now this is where it gets interesting.
Now, why would he do that?
He's the people's hero.
61%.
Interesting.
Seth?
I mean, it could be any number.
That's the point of guessing, I believe.
Rock, paper, scissors, Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
nice. You never lose. I'm going to say 58.
58 and a 64, and Devon?
61.
This is definitely a 42.
The winner today is Devon.
Damn.
It's a 34.
I thought this was gonna be one of the like the reason I did this movie today, guys, is Brandon's pushing up his glasses, being a nerd. It's like the critics hated it, but it got like a huge reception on Rotten Tomatoes.
I thought it could have been like all the Hulksters out there. That's my guy.
I mean, yeah.
They're signing up for Rotten Tomatoes account.
Yeah.
All right.
Critics.
Devon, IMDb Metascore out of 10.
1.2.
Seth?
3.4.
Lucas?
2.7.
The winner today is Seth.
Let's
Ooh.
fucking go.
4.4.
3.14,
Well, I mean, that's pretty high. That's higher than I would guess.
Yeah, after the 9-10%.
Yeah.
Lucas is up 5. Seth at 2. Devon 1.
Let's
Lastly,
go.
Lucas audience score out of
This
100.
is golf, right?
No.
It is.
4.9.
We're putting right
49.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is who?
Audience.
I'm also gonna guess a 49.
You can't do that.
I hate it here.
Pushing the envelope.
50.
Okay.
This is a 32.
One of you guys is so close.
Just one of us.
And not the other two that are right next to each other. It's a 31.
Let's go!
Lucas wins the day 5-2 to 2.
But Devon wins our hearts.
It's true.
I don't want to give him my heart.
Well, it's too bad he won it.
I won it, man.
In a little parlor
you
game.
signed the
For
contract.
losing the game, you owe your hearts to Devon.
I won it.
Seth, you owe your heart to Devon.
Okay.
Because these two are both winners.
I'm gonna eat it.
You can have it. It's broken.
So,
I think it's got a hole in it, actually. Like murmuring. You know, I'm not being like figurative or I'm sad or anything.
you
I
have
think
a congenitive heart failure. Like
I
a real
think it's
congenital-
quite literally a broken heart.
A girl went in there and snipped something.
She did. I didn't even know her.
I just woke up in an alley and my heart hasn't been beating
And
right.
King Lear was
Yeah.
hovering over me.
I haven't been the same since I met that woman. That strange woman with a scalpel in the alley.
So critics gave it a 10 and a 44 for a 27 average.
Woo!
And audiences gave it a 34 and a 31 for a 32 and a half.
Woo!
Seth, what are you giving this?
Woo!
What are you giving it, Seth?
Yeah.
Oh.
Almost did a Mario.
Penis again.
Let's go.
You're drawing a penis?
Ooh.
That's a clearly an
joke.
angelfish for
You gotta, wait, hold
It's
on.
got.
Nope. It's a candlestick.
No, it's pretty good.
That's close.
Check this out, though. Ready?
Ooh.
Woo!
What?
I was trying to do the balls and then the penis in
No,
the
the
middle.
balls
The balls
are
are connected to the penis.
I tried.
Hold on, I gotta.
Ooh, ooh.
What the hell?
I can't do it. Those are birds now. I drew a plane.
That's pretty good. That's the
pretty
head of the
close.
penis.
Yeah.
I could do 9/11.
That's a chubby one. Alright,
Yeah,
That's a
let's.
chose.
Seth, what are you giving this?
I'll give it a 10.
Out of 10?
No, I'll give it like a 3-2.
3.2,
you're,
isn't it?
you're throwing these out pretty cavalierly. You want to think that?
No, I don't want to think at all. They didn't think writing this. They assaulted a woman 5 times. Yeah, I'll just give it a 3.2.
Okay.
It was like shit, but some of it was pretty fun, and I enjoyed watching it. You know, maybe it was like a 6 actually. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm giving it a 6.9.
3.2.
Final
Can
answer.
we just average all the 3 numbers that you said?
Probably
Which
averages
is a
to a
6.9.
6.9.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Wait. 3.2 plus 6. 19.2 divided by 3. That's going to be a 6.7.
Pretty close.
6.9. I'm
Okay.
giving it.
Devon, what are you giving it?
funny memes.
So 4. Anything above.
Flat?
420 probably?
No, just
4.0.
4. Anything above a 4 would have kept me awake.
Rookie
I
score.
guess that's fair.
Well, you were also exhausted to begin with.
I didn't even do anything exhausting. It's just my bedtime's 9.
Yeah,
It was like
and it was like 10:30, 11
Yeah.
o'clock. And you're like, I'm so sleep. I gotta lay down, guys. We were like, okay, thinking you were just gonna lay down and you were tired.
But he did eat some
curled
fruit.
up in a ball.
He did eat some fruit roll-ups.
You woke up and Marina's like, maybe you'd rather eat that sandwich you told us to bring home instead of snacks. And you looked at her, you're like, oh, I promise.
then I fell asleep again.
That was awesome.
Lucas, your score?
I'm gonna give this a 5.9 on the John Lasagna scale.
The John Spiro
The
egg.
John Lasagna scale. I thought
No
that...
snacks on the podcast. It's almost over, Devon.
I'm just gonna take one, but I won't eat it.
It doesn't make any sense.
So we will only get the noise.
Not even the joy of it.
Yeah, I think it's a wrestling movie, so you gotta come with that into it. It's not a thriller or or a different kind of thriller. They're gonna wrestle. They're gonna throw each other around. I thought they could have been more inventive with the wrestling, but I think Hulk is a charismatic leading man. God damn it, and I think it's
God damn it.
5.9.
He's pissed. I said it a few times, pleasantly surprised by his voice when it's not doing the brother thing.
He's charming.
It's very charming.
And I'm giving it a 5.1,
I almost
just
swooned.
one step above the complete average film. It was a fun watch, I
One
thought.
giant step.
We were able to laugh at it. I do enjoy a Hulkster film, even if he like you said, charismatic. People say that about The Rock too. So
Can I ask a question? Would you give the Santa with muscles? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I think you gave it a lower score, but we looked back on it fondly.
Oh yeah, looking back on it, Sand with Muscles is a 7.3.
That's around what I gave it, yeah.
It's a good score.
Yeah, it's a great film. So, with that, we got 4, 5.1, 5.9, and 6.9, but maybe also a 3.2 and maybe a 10.
Can't make up my mind. Get your fucking shit out of here.
To the moon.
That's right.
So we've got
Moon.
a couple of reviews for you guys. 4 critics real quick. Brian Orndorff says...
He doesn't count.
Don't even read it. Fuck this guy. Skip. We get one skip. We get one veto on the
Brian
critic reviews.
Orndorff says, tremendously crude, unapologetically manipulative, and aimed directly at easily entertained 13-year-old boys.
Nice. Well said, Brian
10 out of
Orndorff.
10. I'm the 13-year-old.
Orndorff.
It was me.
Next is by Michael Wilmington at the LA Times.
How
They
posh.
say, the movie never takes itself seriously, and director Tom Wright, fun with the wrestling montages. Hogan himself has an appealing screen presence, like a gallant teddy bear who goes berserk every 10 minutes or
That's
so.
Gallant.
I like that description.
Next is by Big Rog at the Chicago Sun-Times.
What?
Big roll.
He says, despite the fact that Hulk Hogan's public image is often aimed at children, ... his film, No Holds Barred, was surprisingly violent, sexist, and blood-soaked.
10 out of 10.
What's the score?
You didn't give one.
What the fuck, Rog?
You can find it.
I'll find it myself.
Devon's already eating his fruit by the foot.
Yeah, he lied to us.
It was so quiet though.
I mean, it was, but...
You don't even know.
And my last critic is by Richard Harrington at the Washington Post. It's by Brian Orndorff again.
Dick Harrington.
Richard Harrington, oh yeah. Dick Harrington says, Hogan's performance is as dreadful as one might expect from a man with such limited skills outside the ring, made worse by a story that is at once more obvious and less inspired than your average WrestleMania script. No Holds Barred makes Rocky look like Citizen Payne.
I can't find a score. I think it's on a YouTube video, but it was on his worst of 1989 list.
Damn. I love that we all laugh at funny names at the same time.
Brian Orndorff.
Yeah, Steve Glenn. Yeah.
That's a bad name.
It was on the Star Wars or something, I think. I don't remember
This
which
is a
one it
normal
was.
name, yeah.
Yeah, but it sucks. Glenn's is just shitty name, I think.
Steve Sachs or
Steve-
Gene Sachs.
B-Sax.
Gene
B
Sachs I
Sachs.
would take over Steve Glenn.
What about B-Sax?
B Sachs I would take. Because like, if I was Gene Sachs, I could be like, Gene's kind of like a funky name, and I could make fun of my last name for being Sachs.
Steve Glenn.
Steve Glenn is like,
Two bad names.
I'm going to be an accountant
together
now,
in
I
a
guess.
terrible name. Yeah.
You can't have 2 first names.
It's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Punishable by firing squad.
Guys, you'd be so proud of me here. Apparently, I only did 5 user reviews
I am
instead of
proud.
7.
Damn.
My first one was by Gavin6942.
That one kind of fits.
On April 17, 2014, he says, so seriously, the best name for their wrestling match they could come up with is Battle of the Tough Guys. I mean, why not a simple tweak to Battle of the Titans or something? I find it hard to take a film seriously that cannot even give its event a real title. Of course, it is hard to tell how serious this film wants to be. For as much as it seems serious, it also has more than a moderate dose of comedy. and I cannot really tell where the line begins or ends. The plot itself is just so ridiculous. A television executive kidnapping people and whatnot, and no one thinks the solution is to involve the police rather than fight. 6 out of 10.
He's got the police
6
on his
after
side.
that.
Haven't
Yeah.
really thought about the police.
He owns them.
That's right.
Did he?
He had police on his side regularly.
That's true. Don't do that face.
I did it.
Next is by Fluke Skywalker. On October 4th, 2015, they say, no matter how low your expectations are going into this absurd late 80s Hulk Hogan vehicle, it's quite likely to limbo right under them. Hogan struggles playing a character that is more or less the same one he'd played for nearly a decade in the WWF. None of this would have mattered much had this film at least given us some entertaining wrestling moments and perhaps a few good montages set to cheesy rock music. But it can't even seem to do that right. No Holds Barred is awful, even by the standards of low-budget late 80s wrestling movies, of which it may be the only one. 3 out of 10.
So no standards then.
It's a one-of-its-kind kind of thing.
It doesn't meet its own expectations.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Unjust.
You could say it's genre molding, genre creating. It's a pioneer.
It's an auteur.
It's not a tour.
Pioneer, I hardly know her.
Ooh, a tour.
Don't pie her ear.
That's true. Not without consent.
My next is by the Countess 2.
Like as also?
2.
Oh.
On November 14th, 1999.
Whoa.
Internet.
Old.
24-year-old review. Countess 2 says, I worked on this atrocity 10 years ago.
Nice.
Luckily for me, no one knows it because I didn't make the final cut.
10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
1989.
Uh-huh.
Movie came out in 95.
It came out in 89.
Why did I think 95?
I don't know.
Lucas and I even agreed that it was like 95 last night.
You even said 1989, I arrived.
Yeah, I remember now. Alright, anyway. I'm just glad the movie didn't take 6 years to
No
make.
matter how, I worked on this atrocity 10 years ago. Luckily for me, no one knows it because I didn't make the final cut. And when I saw the movie in theaters, I was glad. My agents were driven nuts by the apparently first-time filmmakers rewriting the script daily and changing their arrangements with the agencies just as often. They later told me that once back in California, we shot in Atlanta, these professionals had 4.5 hours worth of footage. Even edited down to 90 minutes, it's at least twice as long as it needs to be. I found Hulk Hogan surprisingly charming, but otherwise, what a waste of film. 1 out of 10.
Good insights.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they only filmed 4.5 hours of footage total for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they cut it down to that movie.
It's crazy that she's like
It's not like the final cut was
bragging
4.5
about being
hours.
cut from this movie, too.
Yeah.
I didn't make the final cut of
Thank God.
No Holds Barred. It is like a thank God, but it's also like you weren't necessary to the least important movie of the decade.
Yeah. How much could they? Yeah.
What else did you do after that? Get cut from some other bad movie? Am
It
I
also
right,
means
guys?
that they took like one take on everything.
Good
was
one.
My thinking too. They really
Yeah, probably.
did a scene over. They're like, yeah, it's good. So how did it cost $8 million? Interesting.
That's just been contracts
My next one is by
and stunts,
Location.
Wiz.
motorcycles.
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz12901. On January 8th, 2005, he says, bottom line is Hulk Hogan is the next Eastwood. Well, with a
Wow.
little less hair, they are the same age, aren't they? Never saw a better non-actor do a better job since last night when I was watching an early Tracy Lords movie. God bless her soul. Any real American or Hulk maniac, this is a must-own video. Sorry to say, for some reason, many places. Well, what the fuck? Any real American or Hulk maniac, this is a must-own video. Sorry to say, for some reason, many places, well, I was just trying to be nice, do not sell this monumental film.
Yeah.
So I suggest that you go to your local video store and just slip it under your coat. Make sure you dust it off first. I'm sure they won't even notice. Good luck, and remember to train, say your prayers, and drink some beer. 10 out of 10.
We're advocating stealing the movie.
This guy's insane.
Because you can't buy it anywhere.
He also said that him and Hulk Hogan and Clint Eastwood are the same age.
They're just
I think that might be
true.
Hulk Hogan's probably 70,
Mm.
and Clint Eastwood's like 94.
He's 100. Do you think?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Clint Eastwood being like if he was Boss Baby in the movie? Like, not just the voice. They
put him in there.
they put him in there, not as like a CGI model, but they kind of render just a tiny version of Clint Eastwood as the Boss Baby,
As Doll Man.
and he's just doing slurs.
He's
the
more of a
whole
dull
time.
man, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
dropping racial slurs and Boss Baby.
Calling everybody. I'm not gonna say it. Any of them.
Say it.
But he hates the Asian
Hey,
ones.
you say
The
it, buddy!
Asian slurs he does a lot.
He likes him.
Yeah. He
And my
loves it.
last-
It's a commentary.
My
I don't know what
last
it sounds
review
like.
for you guys is Pissed Off.
It's me.
PIST_OFF, all in caps. On January 16th, 2003, they say, No Holds Barred is that movie that when you were 9 or 10 was the coolest movie this side of Arnold Schwarzenegger. But then when you go up and you watch it, you feel embarrassed that you were so gullible to have liked it. You feel cheated, embarrassed, and stupid. If you have a little brother, and
For being a kid one time.
if you have a little brother and you show him this and he tells you it's gay, give that boy a high five and take him to the strip bar for his 11th birthday. 4 out of 10.
Good review.
Don't do that.
It's the same score Devon gave this film.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Same mentality.
Yeah.
So
That was me.
that is the end of it all. Are we recommending this film?
Nah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I might recommend it. 3 yes and a no.
3 men and a baby.
3 men and a Clint Eastwood boss
Keep bringing that
baby.
movie up.
That is gonna end it this week.
3 men and King Lear.
a King Lear and a baby
That is the
walking
setup
to a
of King
bar.
Lear, basically. 3 men and King Lear.
They're all in him.
Devon, I know you're actually
he's
like
like
an actual
He's like
co-host, but thanks
I'm
for
getting
joining us on the
slowly.
podcast.
Let's go! Guest.
Guest. And next week we've got a
That's
guest
us.
as well.
Oh,
We've got
fuck.
Mitch Bone from the Bone Zone joining us.
That's
Isn't
not the
that-
name of his podcast.
No, that's just what he does. He's in the Bone
Bone.
Zone.
He's the
That's what he
Is
calls
that
his
Kelly's?
wheelchair.
What is his
No.
podcast called?
Wide
Wide
Left
Left
Sports.
No, Mitch
Because
Bone
he
from
hates the Bills.
Guys, Devon just asked if Mitch Bone from the Bone Zone was Kelly's dad.
Isn't Kelly's dad a big fan?
Yes, he is.
Billiam.
Bill Tilson.
Billiam
Bilson.
Tilsium.
Okay.
But we've got Mitch Bone from the Bone Zone on joining us for a movie that's still in theaters. So we are going to have to go into the theaters this week and watch Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
The age of consent.
Devon, if you want to join us virtually, you sure can on a
Beast War.
another Transformers film.
They're having a Beast War.
This one's got monkeys in it. There's not vehicles. It's that's probably enough.
Okay.
But that's gonna end it.
Do it again.
That's gonna end it. Send us some recipes. Send me some fucking baby shower gifts, you bitches.
That's right. Brian, give him your address and registry information.
I'll put the registry link on the description of the
There you go.
episode, so check it
Okay.
out.
I'll put the address in the YouTube comments, so be looking out for that.
And send us some credit cards. Some of us apparently have debt collectors coming after us.
Oh, so, like literally 4 of them. Like I get maybe like 20 calls a day from 4 different debt collectors.
Yeah, I probably do. I don't answer, so I don't know who's calling me. But they're mad.
No, my phone says whoever collections, and I'm like, all right.
I get more calls from United Blood Service. It's like, we need your blood again.
Yeah. This is Carol from Vitalent. We'll give you $10,000 if you come down.
Yeah. They need it.
They do. But
Goodbye.
See ya.
Don't donate blood, is what Brandon and Seth are saying.
Oh,
But I do, whatever. Get out of here, fuckers.
blood.
Blah.
I don't know. When Lukas is in charge of stopping us, so I'm just going to riff until
You
we
can't
stop.
donate.
What's your guys' favorite slur? We've all got one. It's the most fun to say. We're not going to say it.
Nit. I hope
That's
you
where it's
pick
gonna
that up.
end.
It's faggot for me.
I like chink.
Jake is good. Because I don't believe any of the slurs. I don't want to
The
degrade
video's
anybody.
still running too.
But the most fun one to say.
I like Beaner.
Beaner's the fun one?
Beaner.
That one, it just feels too much like a regular word for me. Like I know it hurts people that aren't me. Of course, you guys.
It's just
might-
not hurtful enough. It doesn't feel wrong.
It doesn't have the sting of like a G in it. You know what I mean?
You need a G.
You need a G and probably you do have the R in it.
Hard R at the end.
Hard R at the end. But
You
without
drop
the
a
G,
peanut.
it lacks oomph.
Yeah, true.
I guess I probably shouldn't be the one to speak on it. I'm just a guy.
Just a dude.
Like a white guy.
Dude being a guy.
Lucas is playing dress up over with the couch. We're still doing a vlog. Full frontal ass to the camera.